Scale with AI Summit. This room is going to be filling up in a few minutes, and I'm excited that you guys are here. Let me know in the chat, who do we have in the room with us? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from today. I would love to be able to see your face as well. If you could get your cameras on, who we got in the room, how long you been in the business. Let's get to know each other in the chat while this room is filling up. I see Lance is here. Hey, Lance, good to see you. David, good to see you as well. So we got Long Island, New York in the building. Okay, we got Kevin. They near you. They up in your neck of the woods. Liberty, Texas. I love it. We got St. George, Utah in the room. Okay. Who else is tuned in with us this week? San Antonio, Texas. Okay. Lance McKinney. I love it. Collierville, Tennessee. I love it. Welcome in. Despite where you're tuning in from, we want to welcome you to the Scale with AI Summit. We're going to be showing you as an agent how to go about scaling your business, scaling your book of business with artificial intelligence and digital marketing. So are you guys okay if we do a hands-on training? We make this really, really in-depth. Renee, you cool with that? Who else? Todd, you cool with that? Brandon? We're going to make this really in-depth, and we're going to show you all how you can go about infusing AI into your sales, your marketing, your operations, right? There's so many different ways we can use AI to grow your business. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So if you have a friend or a family member that is in this business that could use AI to grow their business, I would recommend you go ahead and send them this Zoom link. Tell them to, hey, go get in the room with me. Come learn this information because it's going to be powerful, okay? Send it to a friend, family member, get them in the room. Now, before we get started, I needed to go over a few housekeeping items before we bring Kevin up because Kevin's going to light the stage up and you guys are going to love the information he brings. Number one, I need to get as many cameras on as possible. I know it's the work day. You may not be at your office right now, but if you can, good to see you, Todd. Good to see you. Who else? We got James in here, Mike. If you can have your camera on, this is going to allow Kevin to get to know you, but then also have the chance to potentially pull you up on stage with us. All right. So go ahead, turn those cameras on and grab a pen and paper ASAP as well. Go ahead and put done in the chat if you have something you could take notes with. I want to make sure that we all are prepared to receive this information because he's going to be showing a lot of AI tools. He's going to be showing you how to go infuse AI into what you're doing. I see Brandon says done. Thank you, Brandon. He came ready. Corey says done. If you have a pen and paper, just put done in the chat so we know you're prepared. All right. So number one, invite a friend. Number two, camera on. Number three, go ahead and grab a pen and paper. Now, I want to be honest, open, and transparent with you all about our time together here today. We are going to be spending about 2 to 3 hours together. Is that okay with you guys? Can we spend 2 to 3? Like, this isn't just one of those little classes you sit on and then you don't walk away with anything. No, no, no. If you're here at your computer, you should walk away with ammunition for your business. You should walk away with things actually done, Corey. So that's our goal for today. Yvonne, good to see you as well. So go ahead and note, we're going to be on here for about 2 hours, all right? Now, we're going to give you as much information as possible today, okay? We even have a day two tomorrow that I would love for you all to show up to. Tomorrow's going to be amazing. We have some guest speakers going to show you how to use virtual assistants with AI and fuse them together. It's going to be phenomenal. But I do want to let you all know we will have an opportunity because I want to be honest and upfront with you all. We will have an opportunity where you all can get your hand held with AI further. What does that mean? We're going to give you 2 days of as much information as possible. But at the very end, we're going to have an opportunity where those of you all that you feel like, hey, I need more help with AI, I need more guidance, we're going to have an opportunity where Kevin can help you further and really consult your business and help you go deeper. Is that cool with you guys? Just put cool in the chat if you understand that we're going to give you as much information as possible. And then you know that Kevin is going to extend an opportunity for some of you all to go the next level to learn AI deeper. Because listen, y'all, AI, we could spend a week, 2 weeks talking about all the functionalities with artificial intelligence. So we're going to do our best, but just know that you do need further education. You do need somebody to help you implement it further. Okay. Now, a couple people text us and emailed us and say, hey, I'm going to be in and out. I get it. I want to let you all know the replays are not going to be available for the public. All right. So if you have a free ticket here or you're here and you have maybe just got a link from somebody because you got in the room, I want to let you know that this is not going to be available to the public. So, what does that mean? VIP, there's a few VIP members in here who you all paid, I think you paid as little as like $49 to get the replays. Those are the people that are going to get lifetime access to the replays. So VIP is only $49. I wanted to be honest, open, and transparent about that as well. It's only $49 to get the replays, and you can go back anytime and watch it. Plus, we're going to be doing Q&A with Kevin and some of our guests this week. So after the main teachings, Vanita and Greta, if you guys come in and you're like, man, this was great, I want to ask Kevin questions, the VIP pass for $49 will get you access to ask questions with Kevin, okay? So the team's going to drop the link in the chat. You can upgrade anytime that you want. The link is there. You can go ahead and upgrade for $49 to get replays so you don't have to stress. You can go back and rewind as much as you want. Plus, you get the Q&A, a workbook, and things of that nature as soon as you upgrade. So if you're going to work on getting that VIP because you can see the value in the lifetime replays, just go ahead and put working on it in the chat so I can shout you out. But I'm excited because I got some giveaways I'm going to be doing too. I'm going to be giving away some resources that Kevin has. So during the break, I don't want you to leave because we're going to be taking little small intermissions where I'm going to be giving away some AI resources, AI tools. You don't want to miss it. So with that being said, I would love to introduce to you all your new mentor, Mr. Kevin Span. Who is this your first time learning from Kevin? Let me know in the chat if this is your very first time here learning from Kevin. Just put a yes or no in the chat. If you've never learned from Kevin Span, I'd love to know in the chat just who we have in the room with us. Okay, yes, I see Yvonne's learned from Kevin before. I love it. I love it. Do we have any other new faces? No, Lance says I've never learned from Kevin. Okay, cool. So we got people that are here first time. Okay, awesome. So regardless of where you're coming in at, if you've heard Kevin before, if you haven't, Kevin is truly a powerhouse in this industry, you all. He brings years of experience to the table. And I was joking yesterday in our kickoff call for some of you all that were able to make it. I was saying that Kevin was around in this industry way before the social media and AI came about, right? So he's seen all the waves and all the changes. But the cool thing about Kevin is he's decided to be at the forefront. Others run from it and they deny it. Kevin says, I'm going to embrace it because I know it's going to take my business up. So if you guys are ready for Kevin to come give you some AI gems, systems and process gems, just go ahead and put a fire emoji in the chat or put ready in the chat to get some high energy in the room. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome up to the stage my friend, your all's new mentor, Mr. Kevin Span. Kevin, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. I am excited to be here, very excited to be here. Shout out to all my All-State peeps, Sean, Todd, Corey, David, Julie, so many of my All-State peeps. I can't call you all by name. Shout out to everybody that tuned in last night. We had a good time last night on kind of the intro call. Got to know some of you really well. Shout out to Jared, Renee. Thank you for not only jumping on, but jumping on and sharing. And for whoever's worked with me before, thank you for coming back. And for all the newbies in the building, welcome. We are going to jump into this right away. I want to add a lot of value in the time that we have together. Who is ready to bring the energy? Let me share with you. I have a massive presentation prepared, but I'd much rather have a conversation, very interactive, where we go a little bit back and forth. So if you're ready to be interactive, to talk to me a little bit, just put a 1 in the chat. Find that button on the bottom of Zoom. I'd much rather have a conversation than a presentation, but I want to get into it. I want to let you know what the expectations are for today over the course of the 2 days. Thank you, Corey, Christine, Brickster, Brandon. Yes, y'all want to get into it. You want to have a conversation. I'm going to let you know exactly what you're going to take away from the next couple of days. We are going to teach on 4 AI tools and some sidebars. 4 AI tools, very, very specifically. Now, I know a lot of you are using ChatGPT, and you think you've arrived. Congratulations, but there's more than that. There's much more, and they're being updated all the time. So what are we doing today? We're going to touch on Gemini, Chat, Gamma, and Claude in that order. And you're going to walk away with a lot. This will not be your typical presentation where you hear a lot, but you don't see it. No, this is going to be show and tell. We are going to build some things live. So that's enough talking. Let's get to walking. Let's get into the show and tell part of our presentation. I don't just want to teach, I want to reach and make sure I'm connected to all of you. So let me start with a hearty welcome, welcome, welcome to each and every one of you. Let me thank you personally for taking time out of your busy day on a Friday. Michael, they came out on a Friday. They could be anywhere in the free world, and you chose to be on this webinar with me. I am honored, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and thankful. Let me get right into the introduction. I've already talked about it. 4 tools you're going to learn today: Gemini, ChatGPT, Gamma, and Claude. But more than tools, you are going to learn and watch us build live what I call the AI first system, the AI first system. What does that mean? It means with the way the world is changing, the pace that is changing at, your mindset has to shift from the way you do business today to AI first, which simply means instead of spending the amount of time, energy, and money I'm doing on whatever task you're working on, you have to pause and say, I wonder if there's an AI tool that can help me first. But I digress, I get ahead of myself. Let me ask you one question where I need your participation and your engagement so I know who I am talking to. Talk to me in the chat. Where are you with AI today? As of right now, are you a 1? Are you a beginner? Are you just hearing about AI, but you haven't touched it yet? If that's you, if today is day 1 of your journey, you've heard about AI, but you're not using it yet, put a 1 in the chat so I know exactly how many 1s I have in the audience. Number 2, if you are using ChatGPT only, and you're using it sometimes because you want to respond to an email, or maybe you saw someone do a funny graphic on social media, so you jumped on the trend and you want to see what that trend is all about, you are a 2. So if that's you and you are a 2, talk to me in the chat. I want to know how many 2s I have. I got to see what's going on. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop the presentation. Okay, I see you, Venus. I see some 2s. Corey, I see some 2s. Ralph, only a 2. Only ChatGPT. Gladys is a 1. Todd is a 3.5. He's using Claude and Chat daily, building ads with it, building out a whole lead gen and team system. Okay, we have some ballers in the building. We have some beginners in the building, and we have some intermediate level people in the building. Welcome you all. Welcome to my Zoom backyard. All of you are welcome here. So excited. Brandon's a 3. Harrison, 2 to 3. I'm on my way. I'm not all the way there. All right. I just wanted to see the chat. Thank you all for engaging. I got a real good feel for who is on the Zoom today. That helps me to do it, to teach the class. And I tell you what I'm going to do with what you have shared for me. It allows me to move ahead and cut to the chase. I have a bunch of things that I can ask, a bunch of questions I was going to ask to get to know all of you, but I know a lot about you already. Let me tell you what I know about you already. I know that all of you are smart. Yep, I do know that because you have an insurance license and they don't give those away. So whether you're a personal lines agent, a life insurance agent, a Medicare agent, all of the tests are hard. Talk to me if you agree. I think I know that much about you. So I know that you are smart because it's not easy to pass the test. I have had people that I've hired in my agency that passed the law school exam and failed the license exam the first time. So you are smart. That I know. Number 2, I'm going to call you something. I'm going to say something about you and don't disagree. I know that you are tech savvy. Uh-oh. Kevin, no, I'm not. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know anything about AI. I don't feel comfortable using any of these tools. Well, you are wrong, and I don't want you to say that about yourself because if you're on this Zoom webinar, that means you discovered this on Facebook. Yep. I didn't send out any direct mail. I didn't do any flyers. The only way you heard about this was through social media. What does that tell me? You have a smartphone, you have a tablet, you have a laptop, you have a social media page, and you are in the game today. So before we get to it, don't tell me you can't learn AI because you're not tech savvy. I don't know about anyone else, but I would bet I'm one of the senior people on the call. You see this young man here. I have social proof that I've been around for a very, very long time. What I did, how I got here, that young man at 24, that young man at 28, it doesn't matter. I'm here. That's not going to help you scale your agency today. What's going to help you scale your agency is the truth. And here's the truth. For anyone that's discounting themselves, you're thinking this is a young man's game. Kevin, yes, you busted me. I am tech savvy. I do have a smartphone. I am on social media, but I'm 40, Kevin. I'm 50. I'm 60. I'm 70. I feel like it's too late for me to learn AI. Nope. Write that down, that excuse down on a sheet of paper, ball it up, and throw it away. This is me, literally the picture, 4th of July, 2023, when I first got introduced to AI, a young man, all of 60 years old, 6 months after popular AI came out, and I have not put it down ever since. My journey, 2007, in the insurance business since 1987, launched my own agency in 2007. Yep, I'm praying. Yep, I'm a little bit scared, but somehow I made it. Somehow I'm still here. And life was good for me, as it was for many of you veterans on the call. I was running, growing a business, buying agencies, started at one level, 5x that level, and saw a bright future of a way that I knew how to do business that would ride me until I was done. But in 2023, a big shift happened to me that changed everything. The business that I ran, all of a sudden it stopped. My carrier was not profitable doing auto and home insurance in New York State where I'm at. And they said, no more. You can hang around, you can stay, but you can't sell any more car insurance. My number one revenue generator. If you've ever ran into a major obstacle in your career with what you were doing was working very well, and all of a sudden you were kicked out of the game, benched, sent to the locker room for none of your doing, talk to me in the chat and say, yes, that's me. I think that all of you are heroes on a mission. You're going someplace, and you too are running into obstacles just like I did in 23. And for some of you, that obstacle is the cost of doing business. The leads you used to buy, the mail you used to send, the way you used to do it is not working anymore. You're trying different vendors, you're trying this, you're trying that, but it's not happening. So 23 was my shift. I got introduced to AI. I loved it so much that 1 year later, without any real experience and credentials, I wrote a whole book about it. Get AI or die trying. 1 year of using AI. It was just fun. It was just friendly. I was nobody's expert, but I was getting better every day. But I did exactly what all of you are doing today. I started out coaching and mentorship. Fast forward 1 year, I became a certified AI consultant, and all of you fine people are here with me today. Thank you. 2 more minutes before I begin to show you the first tool. Before I talk about AI tools, the first thing I need to talk to you about is your mindset. If I don't help change your mindset, the way you think about things, nothing will change. There's an old saying, let me see if I can get it right. Until you change the way you look at things, nothing changes. So it is today. Nothing changes until you change the way that you look at things. So when I talk to you about AI first, I have to talk to you about your mindset, how you think about things. Some of you are hoping on this call that maybe I'll tell you how AI can take it back to the way that it used to be. Nope, not going to do that. Here's the thing that a good friend of mine said to me. He said, technology never moves backwards. Uh-oh. What do you mean, Kevin? It never moves backwards. Once the automobile was invented, there's never been a major shift going back to the horse and buggy. Once PCs came out, it's never been a major shift to go back to mainframe systems. And now that popular AI is here, it will never return to the world that we knew before. Fix your mindset on one concept. AI is not coming. AI is here. If you believe me, if you agree that AI is here, we're not talking about it's coming. We're not talking about 2027, 28, 29, or 30. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about today. Is that okay? If that's okay, somebody put okay in the chat. We're talking about what's happening right now. And I need you to have that mindset that we're not talking about the future. It's no longer okay to wait. Today, it's already here. You're using it every day in your personal life for everything that you do. The only piece you're not participating in, the business part, the monetizing part in your insurance agency. So I need you to change that. And if you're good with changing that, I can jump into the presentation. Everybody cool? If you're cool with that, just say cool. I'm gonna jump into it and I'm gonna introduce you to my friend Gemini. The first AI tool that we are gonna go over today is Gemini. Okay, let's jump into Gemini. But before I jump into Gemini, I'm going to just go to the presentation for 1 second. I'm going to show you the Gemini tool so you can download it and have it on your phone. Matter of fact, the first one I have is Gemini, but Gemini. So if I don't teach and reach you on anything else today, the number one way for you to go from where you are with AI today to where you want to be in the immediate future, put AI in your pocket by downloading it on your phone. So each time I introduce an app, I have what you need for the Apple Store. I probably have some Android users on the call. I don't know why. Only kidding. Don't get at me, Android users. Download it on your phone so you can use it later. The best way to get to know AI, to learn and to grow, is by using it every day, one tool at a time, so you can find out what are the insurance use cases for your business. All right? Everybody, I hope you took a second to take your phone out to take a picture of the tool and to show it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into Gemini. Let me introduce you to my friend Gemini. I'm going to share this screen. And if any of you are advanced, you want to do this on your phone with me, you want to have your phone out, you want to take some pictures of the prompts as I put it up, do that. You are welcome to do it. So this is Gemini. What do you need to know about Gemini? Why does Gemini matter? Gemini is powered by Google, period, end of the sentence. That's it. If it's powered by Google, it has access to all the data, all the latest research, and all the information in the world. Okay? I state my case, I make it clear. The next question, let's start with this. You joined this call to learn how to use AI to scale and grow your business. So let me put this question out there. Gemini, how are smart insurance agents, personal lines, life, and Medicare, we have a broad audience, using Gemini to grow and scale their business. Give me the top 3 insurance use cases. Okay. Don't worry about the spelling. AI can do a lot of things. One of them is spelling. How are smart insurance agents using Gemini to grow and scale their business? That's what you're tuned in to know. No more delays. Let's find out. So here we go. Smart insurance agents across all these lines are moving beyond using Gemini as a basic chatbot and instead treating it like a digital chief operating officer, COO. More specifics. Number 1, as a retention guardian, automating retention nurturing, automating renewal nurturing. So for all of you on the call that have a book of business, one of the things that gets away from many agents, we're all very new business driven. There's something about that endorphin that's released when you write a new policy, you have a big sales day, but sometimes we leave the back door open and the business we wrote earlier this year is slipping out. So people are using Gemini for retention, automating workflows, creating output, hyper-personalized, not generic. So let me pause for the cause. Some people are using Google Chat and other AI tools like his Google. It's generic. If you ask Google a question, it gives a specific answer. The difference between AI and search engines is that it's personalized. I'll talk to you in later tools about personalizing for your voice. Okay. The Gemini, you can get a hyper review strategy based on your beliefs, not Kevin's way, your brand, your company. Medicare and life benefit translators, simplifying complexity. All my Medicare agents on the call, I'm not there yet, but I'm in the target market. I know nothing about Medicare. If you can use Medicare, if you can use Gemini to explain what I think is complicated and simplify it for me and others that are approaching a need for the service, you will write a lot of business. Am I talking to anybody? Am I making sense as to how you can use this tool? Okay. Also, they're using it for AI-powered lead scoring. What leads are top-notch that you should go after, and what leads are wasting your time? Let's talk about it a little bit more. It says, pro tip, the VDoc integrations. Many agents are now feeding these insights directly into their VDoc platforms and systems, so Gemini can take it to the next level. So one of the modes that Gemini has is a mode called Learn. So we're going to talk today, but there's a lot of things that you want to teach yourself on Gemini. So I'm going to ask Gemini to go into Learn mode. Learn mode. This is the way that beyond this call, and give me a tutorial on how agents can use Gemini for social media content. Okay. I'm going to Learn mode because you want to learn. When you go into Learn mode, you are specifically asking Gemini to teach you something you want to learn, okay? It is a great mode to learn. So no matter where you are, when you're in this tool, you can use Gemini to teach you at your pace. That's one of the things I love about AI. I'm learning at my own pace. And in this Learn mode, because I asked it to teach me, it gave me a prompt. So for all my beginners, if you don't know, we're going to use the word prompt a lot. Prompt is a word for a question. That is the question that you're asking. So don't think it's high tech, it's not fancy. It is just a question. So I'm going to copy this prompt exactly like it is. I'm an agent specializing in, and those of you on the call, take a picture of it, use it for yourself. I'm an insurance agent specializing in personal. My brand voice is authoritative but friendly, witty, and sharp. My target audience is first-time homebuyers in New York. I like this. Now, Gemini is doing this based on me because I've taught it my voice. So my target market is personal. I'm going to take the Medicare and the life out. My brand voice is authoritative but friendly, witty, and sharp. My target audience is first-time homebuyers in New York. Based on this, create 5 content pillars that I should post about weekly to build trust. Everybody's okay with this? Everybody have the prompt, copy and paste. Team, if we can copy this prompt and put it in the chat for anybody that I'm going too fast for, so they can copy and paste and use it on their phone. Thank you, Jonathan, for handling that drop before I move on for the answer. You okay with that, Jonathan? Give me a thumbs up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Let's let it run and let's see what it says. Okay. This is how you use it, and this is what it does for you. Now, the way that it does that is because I have taught Gemini about me, my voice, where I'm at, and this is very specific. We have people from Utah on the call. If I was in Utah, it would give me a different answer. If I was in California, my friend Julie Dominic, it would give me a different answer. If I was in Chicago with Jared and I did life insurance, different answer. You want the right answer for you. And here's the reality check that you can post about to educate people and bring more attention to your business. Based on your specific focus on the New York market, witty and authoritative, here are 5 content pillars. The New York reality, busting the myth. New York insurance is a different beast. I know. But I coach agents across the country. I think the same answer would come up in other states. The closing room. One of the things I do, I'll talk about later, is I like to reach out to first-time home buyers. You can post about the closing room transparently. You can do an asset protector. And this is hyper-local. This is what I think is special about everybody that's on the call. You can have a neighborly intelligence, hyper-local value. So those of you that know me know that over the last year, I did 50 podcasts with 50 insurance agents from 50 states. And the geography of everybody across the country is different. So if I were not in New York, if I was in New Hampshire, I'd be an expert there. If I was in Iowa, I'd be an expert there. And this is what you want to be. You don't want to be a generalist. You want to be an expert. Am I talking okay to everybody? Does everybody see how it can help? Okay, everybody see how Gemini can help? Okay, now, claims confidential, the value of an agent. Claims confidential, the value of an agent. Can anybody see the value of posting about claims? Think about this. All we do for a living is sell a promise. Personal lines, life, Medicare. All we sell is a promise that if you pay all this premium on a monthly basis, on your worst day, we will show up for you and we'll take great care of you. That's what we sell. But here's the sad truth. Nobody posts about it. Nobody talks about how we deliver. That's what we're missing in our current social media that's not converting. Okay? So before I leave Gemini, I want to make sure we're good. I want to stop the share. I got to see the chat. Am I resonating with everybody? Does everybody see the value of Gemini? Gemini, like all of the tools, they start free. But if you want to use the advanced model, it will cost you a few dollars. But trust me, what you pay on these tools is so worth it. Frame it like this. For any of you that are still using the free modes of any tools, I think of every AI tool as an employee that works for $20 per month. Does anybody have any employees that work for less than $20 a month? Not only do they work for $20 a month, they're available 24/7, 365. So when you get into these tools, if you're using a free tool, you'll run into a wall and you'll hit a certain point. Now, the last use case I'm going to use for Gemini is I'm going to show you how Gemini can, David said, is this the AI people talk about too? And it learns you and can ask you for advice. David, you're going to see that across the board with everything that we show today. Great question, David. Great question. You're going to see that with all of the tools. Each of the tools, you will get to know you. And the more you share with it, the better it's going to do in terms of creating content that's unique for you, David, in your area. As much as every agent on this call is personally different, what you generate with AI should be a reflection of your brand and your voice. So we're going to segue to Chat GPT right now. And in chat, I'm going to talk to you about the privacy settings and about your voice. That is everything. It's the single most important thing so that when you use it, you create content that's true and organic to you. Not that sounds like Kevin Spann, not that sounds like artificial intelligence, but is true to you and your brand, excuse me, because you know your area better than anybody else. One more thing, you know it better than the carrier you represent. Uh-oh. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know it better. You are a part of that community. You know the weather risks, you know the geography, you know the claims risk, you know it all. Unfortunately, today you are keeping that information to yourself because you don't have the capacity, the AI tools, or the know-how to tell your story. Am I reaching anybody? This is why you need AI, to get access to the speed of AI so you can tell your story every day with these tools. The number one thing, if you want to grow and scale your agency, is AI gives you speed to lead and speed to service for your current customers. Speed is what you need. As we talk right now, the NFL draft is going on. Who wants their team to draft a slow player? Nobody. As we do business in 2026, as we order from Amazon, we get our groceries from Walmart or wherever you get it from, who wants it to come really slow? Who's okay if Amazon doesn't show up right away? Not me. You're looking for the 2 hours. Our customers are expecting the same thing from us. They're expecting speed, because what happens when you don't show up? Do we wait? Do you drive around to other stores? No. You move on to the fastest and next available option. Let's go. Let's get into chat and let's pace ourselves in chat so I can really show it to you the right way. If you have any questions about Gemini, throw them in the chat. Those of you, whatever's in the chat, we'll capture, we'll talk about it, especially if you sign up and are in the VIP, we will take it from there. All right. So welcome to my good friend chat. Let me invite you there. Before I share chat, this is very, very important that I slow down for a moment and take this step. If you're new to chat, if you don't have it on your phone, scan it right here. Apple users, Droid users, scan it. The first few times I signed up for AI, I downloaded the wrong tool and I got the wrong information. So each time I pivot, I'm going to give you a minute to download it. Team, if we can drop that in the chat, that will be helpful for the people as well, so they have the right link for Chat GPT and they don't spend their time and lose their energy anywhere else. Okay, you've got the chat. Now it's go time on Chat GPT. Number one, before we get fancy with Chat GPT and any AI tools, the first thing I teach you about chat is security settings. So the first thing I want you to do if you're doing this live with me is go to your settings on the bottom, click on settings, and in settings, I want you to go to data controls. Right here, your default right now is going to say improve the model for everyone. What does that mean, Kevin? That means everything you put in chat about you personally and everything you put in chat about your business, you're allowing the AI tool to learn and you're teaching it. You're helping improve the model for everyone. Rule number one, turn that off. You're going to share the most intimate things about your business. AI is smart enough. It doesn't need your use cases. Number two, go to personalization. Personalization is where you teach chat your voice. What do you mean by teaching chat your voice? When chat answers a question for you, it should sound like you, not like AI. There's a difference. You guys see it, you hear it every day. The default on chat, there's a default button right there. I don't want, if it writes an email for me, a letter or anything, I don't want it to be too Billy business. I try to come across as a friendly guy. I think I have these characteristics, warm, enthusiastic. I like to use an emoji here and there. And most importantly, I gave it some special instructions. Use quick and clever humor when appropriate. Use an encouraging tone, forward thinking. What does that mean for you? You can also get chat to give you a nickname. I could have had me call me Kevin, but I have it call me partner because I see chat as a partner in my business. What do I do for a living? I run an all-state insurance agency based in Middle Village, New York. But let me tell you more, and this is where it really gets your voice. I'm a husband, married 40 years, father of 3 sons, pop to 4 children, man of God, owner of a mega all-state agency, and founder of the AI First movement. It's important that chat knows that about me because it's going to write about me. I wanted to write with that context. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Tell it a little bit about you so it can do it that way, ideally for you. So we've talked about security, personalization. Let's talk about chats. When it comes to chatting, when you want to chat, chat simply means talk. We're talking right now, nothing major going on here. We're just having a light conversation. That is chat. But has anybody ever told anyone what GPT means? If you know what GPT means, put it in the chat. Does anyone know what GPT means? Anybody? If anybody knows, I'll ask Michael to give you a prize later. What is GPT? GPT is a generated, something we create. Joe McDonald for the prize. Generated, pre-trained transformer. That means in addition to using general chat GPT, which is general knowledge, you can create your own GPTs, customize it and train it on one subject, so it becomes for the prize. Tyler for the prize. What's going on, Tyler? Tyler's in the building. Welcome, Tyler. Okay. That is what GPT stands for. So on the sidebar here, you see how to start a new chat, which is the way to start a new conversation. These are GPTs, generative pre-trained transformers. You generate it by creating it. You pre-train it by giving it certain knowledge, and then it changes the way you do business. For example, here's a use case of how chat can save yourself time, energy, and money. Does anybody here not have time to train new people when you hire someone? Does anybody lack time to do that? Would it add value if you had a customized GPT that could train a brand new hire to your business? Well, let's talk to chat and give it a prompt. Good afternoon, chat. I'm hiring a new licensed sales producer. They're new to the business. I want you to create a 30-day onboarding plan so I can get them up to speed and they're ready to produce 50 items by June 1st. Thank you, chat. Okay, I give it a little bit of instruction. I dictate it as opposed to talking through it. I give it the specifics of the situation and I enter it. And chat goes to work. Okay, Now, I've been in the business for a long time. I've been training people for a long time. I can do this by pen and by paper. What I lack is time, energy in order to do it. So by using chat to generate this plan, it takes me from week 1 to week 30 with a clear roadmap for getting them up to speed. Day 1, what are you going to do? It knows that I expect them to get done with some basic stuff in a few days, some system training, our internal CRMs, our compliant way of texting. We're going to get some quotes in week 1. We're going to control their production. How much activity do I want? The skill focus, the system integration. At the end of the week, they're doing that. Week 3, show me the money. Start producing. Let's get your outbound calls up. Let's get your daily quotes up. Let's start writing some business right away. Let's have a very specific sales focus. Very important that they learn how to manage their pipeline. By the end of the week, this is how many quotes they should have, how much business they should write. And by the end of 4 weeks, they should be in full production mode. Now, one of the things that I like about AI, excuse me, it does more than what you're asking for, like a great waiter or waitress. I didn't ask for it, but it was so kind to build out a daily schedule for the entire 30 days. In the morning, get to the new leads. Middays, follow up. Afternoon, read quotes. End of the day, update all the to-dos and get ready. Helps me with the math. To hit 50 items by June, this is how many quotes they need. Okay? This is not generic. This is based on my closing ratio. As long as they have the strong follow-up discipline. Now it can do the things that are important to me without me having to sit over the person. Okay? Before I go further, does that resonate with anybody? Does that add value to it? Todd asked a question. Did you add your SOPs, etc.? Yeah. Meaning uploading your current SOPs. Yes, Todd, that's part of training. A great question. You have to upload exactly what you want as part of pre-training it. You have to give the information based on your expectations. Each agency, based on where you are, what's important to you, you have to upload those things so it responds that way for you. Great question, Todd. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that speed to lead? Does that help you? I haven't been able to figure it out. Diane, we will talk. We will talk. Thank you, Diane. Great questions. We have compliance, Todd. We follow all the rules. We definitely can talk about that offline, and the VIP compliance would be a whole nother thing. But I'm the king of compliance. I've been here for a while, and I want to stay here for a very, very long time. That's why we start with the systems, security, and safety first. Great question. Great question. Great opportunity to put in the VIP in there. These are the one-on-one questions that I'll answer one-on-one in the chat. Okay, let's go a little bit further. And I like the fact, Diane, that you asked that you haven't been able to figure out how to do a GPT as of yet. Let me go back to chat and talk about how it works. So GPT, I've told you what it is. This is some of the things that I teach in my coaching with agents how to do it. So you can do it compliantly. Todd, we've got a whole compliance coach built in there, and it makes your agency more efficient. Chat has another major feature that most people and insurance agents don't know about. You're not using it at all. It's called a project. A project is something that you're working on that's going to take some time. It's not a one-off. For example, if you want to focus on improving your retention, there is no red pill or blue pill to do it overnight. It's a series of steps that you build out in a project to make it work. Okay? Now, the most important thing I can teach you in chat is how to scale your agency with chat and the 4 specific areas that are most important to insurance agents. Okay? So I put this prompt in before the meeting in the interest of class so I can demonstrate this to you. The prompt that I gave it, team, if you can put this prompt in the chat, I would like to prepare a tutorial demonstrating how chat can assist with the following areas: marketing, lead generation, new business onboarding, client retention. Watch my words, very important words I'm going to use next. Act as my thought partner and help me design an engaging show and tell demo that I can present in 20 minutes. Structured outline, key points. Okay, here we go. What did chat advise me? To give you these prompts. Prompt number 1. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it in the new chat. Here's the prompt. Team, before I segue, copy it, put this in the chat so everybody can have it. Act as an insurance marketing expert, create an ad targeting homeowners. Somebody unmute and give me your zip code. Team, go vocal. The first insurance agent that says their zip code out loud, I'll use you as a case study. Unmute and say your zip code. One agent, one zip code.
60423.
Let's go. Shy insurance agents have skinny children. My kids are big. Let's go. 604 is Chi-Town. Chi-Town starts with the 6. Here it is. Stop overpaying for home insurance in the 60423. If you own a home, there's a good chance your insurance premium has gone up, but the coverage hasn't. It builds it all out, includes a call to action, get my free review. This is what I love about chat. We're not going to do it today. If you want, I can spin up some variations, more aggressive, more relationship driven, or Spanish speaking audience for your bilingual tradition. Why would chat suggest that? Chat knows that I have a bilingual audience and it wants to make sure that I'm speaking to both of my audiences at all times. Okay. I'm going to go to my chat GPT prompts. I'm going to grab the second one for my second demonstration. The second prompt is for lead generation. Put a 1 in the chat if you joined this webinar because you're looking for a way to generate more leads. Did anybody come because you're looking for a way to generate more leads? If that don't get the chat going, I don't know what will. That's the way to scale your agency. You need more leads. Let's go back to the chat. Okay,
Kevin, I just want to let you know the team cannot copy from the screen, but they are trying to retype your prompts. They can't capture it from the screen.
Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. That will help me with my pace. I appreciate it. That being said, I'll do a new chat and show you this. I hope that copied okay. Okay. Give me 10 ways an insurance agent can generate homeowners leads in location. Someone give me a new zip code. Tanya, right now I'm looking at the chat. I'm blind to the chat. So if someone throws in the chat.
95642.
One more time.
95642.
I like that. 95642. There we go. 95642. Okay. What part of the world is that? All right. Team, Tanya, tell me when they've caught it and I'll move on before I hit enter. Thumbs up, team. Jonathan says yes.
You're good to go.
All right. Give me 10 ways an insurance agent can generate homeowners leads in the 95642, Jackson, California, exactly, on both digital and relationship-based strategies. Okay, you're thinking the right way. It's exactly the kind of market where blending and old school relationships win. It's not a spray and pray. You don't just put a lot out there, waste a lot of money. It's a trust and time and market. What do? You work on a Facebook, Instagram overpaying campaign, especially Cali. Target 35 plus old homeowners. Are you overpaying for home insurance in Jackson? Offer a free review or create a free short form video. Most homes in Amador County, which AI picked up, you didn't tell me the county, are uninsured right now. Let me show you why. That's engaging. I might click on that. Google local service ads. This is the bottom of the funnel goal. Home insurance near me, home insurance Jackson, CA. Focus on reviews, and in smaller markets, whoever answers first usually wins. Once again, speed to lead, good people, speed to lead. Mortgage trigger. Oh my God, I love this. We're going to talk about this later. Property data, free leads. We're going to talk about this later. Replacement cost gap campaign. This is big. I don't know where it's at relative to the California wildfires, but I was on a podcast and did a video about the wildfires, my most viewed video ever. This is a huge conversation, okay? Rural fire concerns. Relationship-based, this is a good segue. Relationship-based strategies, your real estate partnerships, your mortgage broker alliances, local contractors, community presence, local wins, good people. Even with all the AI, even with all the social media, the end game, the end goal is to be the most dominant local player in the game. Past client relationships. Okay. So that takes us through where I wanted to go. I got 2 more to go. We talked about lead generation. Let's go 2 more places with chat before I wrap it up. So we've talked about marketing. We talked about lead generation. Let's go 2 more. Agents, is anybody struggling with onboarding new customers? Can anybody use a more consistent process with onboarding new customers? So I'm going to put this up and tell you why this is important. So the prompt is create a new customer onboarding email for an insurance client that sets expectations, builds trust, and introduces additional coverages. Why does this matter? Everyone thinks that we lose customers because of price changes at renewal. No, you lose customers because you don't deepen the relationship. You get the credit card, the routing number, the account number, you say thank you, and you never talk to them again. And your next conversation is about the bill. Lance, I see you nodding and agreeing. Who can relate? Team, did I give you enough time to capture the prompt before I hit the go button? Okay. Give me a thumbs up, give me a yes, give me a hey. All right, that's enough. Here's the prompt. New customer onboarding email for insurance clients. First one, welcome. Now let's get you fully protected. The email is pre-written for you. You don't have to waste any time, burn any calories thinking about what to say. You might love this email, you might not. So here's a rule of thumb about AI that I didn't say yet. Very important that I pause for the cause and say it. Never, never, ever, ever, ever accept the first answer that you receive from AI. Always proof it to make sure it sounds like you. Now, here's my first reaction to this email. It's probably good, but it's long. It's long, okay? A little wordy for me. I would be looking for places to chop down, because if somebody sends me an email this long, write a book, get it published. I'll buy it. Just get it published, okay? So that's one example. That's one welcome email, but I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to ask it, well, that was a good start. I'm going to change the nature of that email by asking it to do it a little bit differently. The prompt that I'm putting in is on the bottom of the screen. You may not be able to see it. It says, now rewrite it in a friendly, high-end concierge tone. And when you do, sounds a little better. Brandon, this is a warm welcome for your personal insurance coverage. Welcome, Brandon. It's a true pleasure having you with us. Here's what you can expect from our relationship: attentive, proactive, clear, steady support. And just as importantly, Brandon, we'll keep things simple. No unnecessary noise, data, 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 data. Still a little bit long, should take care of changes, so on and so forth. pre-written for you. Does this welcome email add value to anyone to help you in your building your new relationships with new customers? Okay. One more use case that I want to show you in ChatGPT that will help you scale and grow your agency before we pivot. I left ChatGPT. Let me stop the share. Let me get back to it. Talk to me in the chat. So far, so good. Are you seeing some visual opportunities that you can relate to personally that helps you to grow your agency with AI? Okay. Talk to me in the chat. Tell me what you're saying, what you're seeing, the value. Yes. Paste the prompt. Todd, I got you. We will share the prompts. Absolutely. Yes. Marilla Christian. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let's go back. We talked about onboarding. We talked about new business. Now let's talk about a use case more specifically for retention. Okay. Let's give it a retention prompt. Give me 1 second, sharing the wrong screen. That's going to happen. That is part of it. One thing I want you guys to know and embrace, the same way I'm going to make some errors and mistakes in showing you some things. I'm going to put the wrong prompt. I'm going to miss the pasting of it. That's part of using AI. I want to encourage all of you to fail your way forward with AI. The only way to get good at it is to use it and to make a lot of mistakes. So here is the last prompt for chat. This is specifically for retention. What is the prompt? And team, green light me when you're done, say it verbally. Write a retention call script for a long-term insurance client upset about a rate increase. Include empathy, explanation, and repositioning value. And that's really big. I won't speak for any other agents on the call, but we get these emails every day. Kevin, I've been with you forever. My insurance rates have gone up 5 times in a row. Treat me better. I'm a loyal client. And emotionally, your HI, your human intelligence, will look back at the profile, you think of the claims and all you did for that customer, and you want to respond personally. Not good. Remove the human emotion, stick to the script, and give them a positive response. Team, I presume that we're good and we have it in the chat. Okay? Let's go forward. Here's the script. What are we going to say? What are you going to say? What is your salesperson going to say? Hello. Hello, Ginger. This is Kevin from the Kevin Span Agency. I just want to say thank you for being with us for 20 years. Truly appreciate your loyalty. That means a lot. And Ginger, truthfully speaking, I really understand why you're frustrated. We have had a lot of rate increases. And then, agents, this is the coaching part. Be quiet. Let them respond. Then explain it to them. It's not you, it's New York. Costs are up. The important thing to know is this. It isn't based on anything you did wrong. It's a broader market change. Reinsurance. Ginger, even with the higher rates, my role is to be your advocate, not just to explain the increase, but to make sure you're still getting everything. And then we pivot to value. Before we make any decisions, I want to make sure you understand why. Right now, your policy isn't a bill. It's protected. So on and so forth. Agents, is there value in getting this sort of detailed explanation from chat to coach you, to coach even a new employee on how to talk? It was the refinement one for the email, okay? So is that value to you? Does that add value to help you in a retention scenario? Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Does that help? Does that help anybody? Okay. So I have, let's see. Yes. Thank you, Todd. Yes. Thank you, Melina. Franco. Yes. Christina. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any questions before we pivot from chat and we take just a quick water break and we're going to bring up someone before we take a water break. Okay. So, team, one of the things I wanted to do on this call, not just tell you all these things for myself. I did ask an agent, a good friend, a long-term fellow Allstate agent that's worked with me for the last year and doing some of the things I'm teaching today. So if we can bring up my good friend, my Allstate brother from another mother, straight out of Sumter, South Carolina, if we can bring Ernest Sessions up right now, I'm going to let Ernest share with you in his own words how this has worked out with him. Ernest, what's good?
Yeah, hey Kev, how's it going, man?
It's going great. You're here. I'm gonna refresh
Yeah,
my water and I'm gonna let you talk to the people. How about that?
yeah. Well, I'm learning a lot. I was sitting on here for the last few minutes, Kevin, and just sent out another prompt and sent it out to my staff. So that was excellent. Every time I listen to Kevin, I learn something. So my journey, I've been with Allstate for 36 plus years as an agent primarily, spent 4 years in management. And last year when we made the changes, year before last or whenever it was, they running together. When we made the changes to commission, etc., at that point, I really started contemplating whether it's time to get out of the game. So, I've reinvented myself over and over and over in this career. And Kevin sent out the offer for the coaching. I joined his group, and we began to get into the reasoning behind why we need to be in the digital space. All right, when people go to restaurants, when people go get hotels, when they go on vacation, first thing they do is they go to the internet to get information. So if you're not in the digital space, you don't exist. I was not in the digital space except for the website that Allstate had created for me, which I did not update very often. So we began with the coaching. Kevin takes you along slowly. I love it. He takes you step by step through the process. First of all, the why, and how, and then the structure of how to put it all together. Long story short, Kevin, I don't know how much time I have. You tell me. We good?
You have 10 minutes, so we programmed you
10
for 10
minutes.
minutes. Yep.
Okay, I'll try to be as concise as possible. So I started the coaching with Kevin, and at first, like a lot of people, I was a little skeptical, and this is new. And look, guys, I've been at this 36 years, so I'm older. And the digital space is familiar, but it's not comfortable for me. But I realized immediately I needed to be in that digital space. I started out with doing some of my own social media, putting myself out there, but I could not keep up that pace to possibly do that on a regular basis, to be a regular presence in social media. So at some point down the road, we made the decision to hire a virtual assistant, a VA, which we hired through Kevin's group, which was a great experience because we actually got to interview the VAs, the potential VAs, and make sure that we clicked. We had a good relationship. We could understand one another. We chose a VA. We began the overall process of just getting into the digital space with social media. My VA has put me out there on social media. We are out there. We're in Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, every area of Pinterest, every area of social media that you can possibly think of on a regular basis. We're putting our message out there. The message is not primarily sales. The message is really service, disturbing people about where they are with insurance. Are you paying too much in this particular area? A lot of people are paying too much. We have a lead here, a magnet here. We have some information. We call them lead magnets. And Kevin will talk more about that we can share with you that's free, offering people things for free instead of trying to sell them things, giving them information just to get them into your funnel, so to speak. So when you buy leads, we're always buying leads as agents. We're buying from people like Smart Financial, et cetera. I don't want to call too many names, but those people are getting those leads from somewhere. They're developing those leads. So the idea behind all of this is to develop our own funnel of leads. And so we do that with the social media, being in that space, but we also do that with we've access Go High Level, which is a CRM system, which allows us to automate and to be in contact with these people on a regular basis. Once they start responding to us, then we automate. We're sending them regular emails, regular text messages, etc., on a regular basis, just to be in their space, to be familiar with them, not necessarily to sell them, but so that we will be front of mind when it's time to purchase something. We started a brand new website, build it from scratch. I'm really excited about what my VA has done with my website. And, you know, you can have your own website other than Allstate. You just can't brand Allstate in it. So we're branding ourselves. We basically rebranded ourselves. We're Session and Coke Insurance Services, LLC. We rebranded ourselves. You can see some of the branding behind you in my background. We use that in everything we do. We're building familiarity with our brand in the marketplace. My VA uses all of the AI tools. I mean, constantly we're adding new tools. Kevin, I'm not sure how many tools I have at this point, but he's built avatars for me. So I'm actually not making all these videos myself, but I'm out there on a regular basis because I have an avatar, which he uses to create videos about insurance. And it's as though I were making the videos myself. And he is now in the process, my VA is in the process of building us a chat box on our website so that we can answer questions for customers who call in. You know, everywhere you call, you got AI, right? I mean, my former college called me the other day, and Charlie got on the phone and started talking to me. I thought I was talking to a human being. And we had a conversation, full-blown conversation. 5 minutes down the road, I realized, hey, this is AI. And I said, this is great. We've got to get our AI to operate in the same way. So we're working on that so that the bots can imitate my voice, my inflection, that type of thing. So people, when they're having this conversation, it's like they're talking to me. They can ask insurance questions and get their answers. And I don't have to be involved in that. Kevin's got me involved in so much. I keep gleaning ideas from him. Kevin, at some point, I know you down the road, maybe you'll talk about this, but the B-file automation, which I think is great, which is a liability risk assessment tool that we use, and we've automated that. I got the idea from Kevin. We went into e-agent and we've automated. So everyone that purchases a new policy, 5 days later, they're going to get a video from me. It's going to be a video that, not a link, but when it opens up, they're going to see me. And they can click on it. They get the video from me talking about the importance of liability insurance and are you properly insured with your liability. Take 5 minutes at your leisure, click on the link below and complete this information. And this will let us know whether or not where you stand. Someone will be in contact with you. That automatically goes to our dashboard. Someone can pick that up from the dashboard, give the customer a call, follow up. It tells you how much life insurance they need. It tells you how much liability they need. It uncovers all of their toys that they have, the boats, the motorcycles, the things that we haven't had the conversation about or they have not told us about. So it's all about automating these things. So I'm not doing any of these things. Kevin says, set it and forget it. All right. So we set it and forget it. All right. So now e-agent, I've got these campaigns at renewal. People are going to automatically get the liability risk assessment video. It's going to go out to them 30 days prior to their renewal. And, you know, it's a way of touch points, of having those touch points with customers. As Kevin said, when you're having these touch points, you're not just calling them at the renewal when the bill went up, but you're touching them throughout the year on a regular basis. You know, we automate birthdays, we automate the 4th of July, all the holidays. They always hear from us on a regular basis. So now we've got this, the latest tool, Co-Video, which I think is great. Love that. And with that, you can make videos and embed them into your emails and send them out to your clients en masse, which is awesome, you know, because it's constantly keeping your face before them. And just kind of the overall plan is to build our own funnel so that we have leads coming in, free leads coming in on a regular basis, instead of having to purchase these leads. on a regular basis. So we're in the process of doing that, Kevin. The one thing I have not done yet that I need to do is I need to purchase cold files, cold leads. All right, need to do that so we can get that 900,000 leads per month coming in there and really start building that funnel. But we're doing a lot. I mean, it's I couldn't tell you everything in 10 minutes, but it's really changed the way we operate. It's changed the way I operate. I meet with my VA every morning for about 10 minutes. And it's basically giving them my vision, telling them what I want to do, what I like to see. Research this, tell me about this tool. Code Video came out. I knew nothing about it. So I said, hey, look, take this tool. Tell me about it. Is it worthwhile? How can we use this tool, etc.? And so he does all the research. He comes back with information. We have blogs on our website that talks about different insurance products, etc., things that you need to know about insurance. He does all of that. We even put together a training platform, a video training platform, which we use for onboarding, but for ongoing training for our staff on how to be an insurance advisor. Most salespeople never had any sales training, okay? And I don't have time to train. So we can give them these videos, we can follow up with maybe some role playing, etc. And it helps them and helps us as well. I think I about used up my 10 minutes, Kev.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Ernest. Great job. Show some love to Ernest in the chat. Show some love. Lot of value, a lot of sharing. Michael, ball in your court.
Yes, I love it. I don't have to do too much more, but y'all, has this been good so far? I'm not going to take too long because I don't want to lose anybody here, but has this been good so far? Put a yes in the chat if you're learning something new. Is your mind turning for what's possible, y'all? Because the way we used to do things doesn't have to be the way we do things now. You guys realize that, right? Technology is changing the way we do something, but we're about to get into, if I'm not mistaken, Kevin, we're getting into virtual assistants. Who wants to learn how to get into virtual assistants and how you can have a virtual assistant on your team? Anybody want to learn how to hire a virtual assistant? Okay, I love it. I love it. Our team actually helps we can help you do virtual assistants and hire virtual assistants, but we're going to have somebody come up in just a moment and teach on that. You're like, Michael, what is a virtual assistant? Tanya and Kevin are going to teach you guys about that in just a moment. And they're going to be showing you all how to go hire internationally and go staff internationally for your business, right? Which is powerful. We have so many virtual assistants here on our team right now inside of Zoom, and they're phenomenal and some of the best staff ever. And they've definitely assets to our staff. So what we're going to be doing, David said, this is like speaking a foreign language to me. David, this is exposure. This is what you need, right? You need exposure. So, Eric says, technically it's not virtual because it's actually a person. Well, it's virtual because they are not in office. That's why it's a virtual assistant, right? Because you don't have to have somebody in the office with you every single day. You can have somebody virtually working in your business. And so we're going to be talking about that in just a brief moment. But just a reminder, we had a few people talk about, hey, can I still get the replays? That Kevin's going fast. Yes, this is what we've decided to do. All the prompts are going to be loaded into the VIP portal. So Elke, let's make sure we go through back after this event's over. Let's take all those prompts and put them into one document and put them in the VIP portal. But just a reminder, if you all want to jump in and get lifetime access to the replays because you're like, man, I'm loving this so far, you can go ahead and click the link in the chat to upgrade. You get lifetime access to this entire day where we're talking about AI and we're talking about assistants. Plus tomorrow we have a day 2 where we're going to be talking about CRM management. We're going to be talking about some other AI tools tomorrow. So you're going to get both days. You all, I think it's only $49 to upgrade. So shout out to Greta who upgraded earlier. Renee upgraded earlier to VIP. And so don't be afraid to click that button below to go ahead and get the VIP access so you can get the Q&A today. I've almost forgot about the Q&A with Kevin. We got Q&A happening in about an hour or so with Kevin for VIP. So make sure you upgrade so you can take advantage of that, right? But let's go ahead real quick. I'm gonna pause and do a giveaway. Let's just do a giveaway real quick to somebody who has their camera on. Somebody that has their camera on. I want to give away one of Kevin's AI ebooks. Kevin has so many amazing resources. So Elkie, let's just do, if you guys want, I see, oh, now I see those cameras turning on. Jackie, what are you laughing at? Because Jackie just turned on her camera. She heard one say, free, what? So go ahead and turn those cameras on. Let's go ahead and give away, I'm going to pick somebody at random for one of Kevin's AI resources. We're just going to give you guys complimentary. Normally there's an investment involved with it, but we're going to go ahead and give it for no cost, just for somebody being here with their camera on. So everybody just type drum roll in the chat real quick. I'm going to pass the mic over to Kevin right after this. Let's go ahead and pass it over and give this to, here we go, drum roll. Having his camera on almost the whole day, Todd Christensen. Congratulations, Todd. We've seen you with your camera on, I think almost the whole session. So shout out to you, Todd. We'll go ahead and send you that. Team, go ahead and get Todd's email and we'll send over 1 or 2 resources he can use. So thank you so much. And I see Catherine's working on the VIP upgrade right now, which I love. Anybody else, if you're working on the VIP upgrade, just put working on it in the chat. You will not regret being able to go back and rewind this stuff, all right? So with that being said, Kevin, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic back over to you and let's get part 2 started.
Perfect. Thank you, Ernest. Man, I could not have said it better than myself. It blows me away how much we got done in your agency in a short period of time. And for everyone that thinks that I talk fast and teach fast, you are 100% right. But when I'm working people in smaller group settings, it's so much easier to go at this pace as opposed to the large pace that we're on today. So in front of you, you're going to see the next AI tool that nobody is talking about right now, but is one of the most powerful AI tools that are out there. This is Gamma AI. So before I pivot, take a second to scan, download the free version to your phone right now. Now, one of the biggest ways to scale your agency, and Ernest kind of just said it in his presentation, is to shift your mindset. Forget about the tool for a second. Shift your mindset and go from selling one-to-one to one-to-many. What do you mean, Kevin? So when I started my agency, not my all-state career journey, I was very happy to get one person in my agency. Todd, I went to sales school. I was taught how to hold a brochure upside down and show it to you and anyone else exactly. Ernest is not in agreement. And I could read upside down and you would be so impressed that you would buy from me. And if I can get a time to meet with you, or Angela, if I can meet with you and you would come, boom, that was a good day. Well, today, the habit of going retail is very hard to sell one-to-one. It's very expensive. So one of the core mindset shifts I want you to have is to go from selling one-to-one to one-to-many. What do I mean? Ernest just said it. Ernest now has funnels running throughout his area of South Carolina where people can see him on video. His avatar is incredible. If you get bored with me and you want to find somebody, follow Ernest Sessions on Facebook and you'll see exactly what he's doing and how he's doing it. So the tool that does that, one of the tools that does that is this tool called Gamma. With Gamma, it does a lot of things. I'm going to be honest with you. I learned some things that Gamma did this morning before this presentation. So the first thing I'm going to show you in Gamma, I don't know about any of you, but does anybody like putting PowerPoint presentations together? And if you do, how long does it take? Well, what if I told you with Gamma, first I'm going to show you how you can use one of their templates to put something together that you need, okay? So one of the reasons that it's hard to do business in this environment is not enough people know what you do. Your family knows, your friends know, and the few people you currently have. So this is Gamma. It generates PowerPoints in minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we can create an agency capabilities PowerPoint. Kevin, why do I need that? Well, one of the keys of going one to many is that more people in your community and your target market need to know what you're capable of doing. If people know what you can do, you can help them. Sometimes we think our only problem is price. No, you have a visibility problem. Not enough people know what you can do and can be your advocate. So I'm going to create a capabilities overview, and I'm going to do it for Jared Rivers in Chicago because he was on the call last night. I don't know everything about Jared, but I'm going to put a few things that I learned about him last night. Please generate a capabilities overview for Jared Rivers. Okay? Don't get worried about the spelling. Perfection gets in the ways of progress. Jared is a newly licensed life insurance agent in Chicago, Illinois. Please create a powerful presentation to encourage local COIs to work with him. Now, that's all I know about Jared. That's all I know about Jared. I know he sells life insurance. I don't know what company that he works with. I don't know. But let's see what Gamma generates, and let's see if you would consider allowing Jared to come to talk to you. Now, I can use PowerPoint a little bit. I've been working on it all week trying to carve out this presentation. And I had a few things. It was blank. It was on a white sheet of paper. Every night, all the basketball fans, every game I was watching, I was trying to create the PowerPoint on dead ball situations. What I should have done right away is go on to Gamma, because it's going to tell you how capable Jared is in a few minutes. And we're going to put Jared in a position to go from cold calling people one-to-one to having an impressive PowerPoint document that he can send out to his local market. One of the things that I did in selling one-to-many when I first started in 2007, I'm connected to the local commercial church community on Long Island, New York, where I live. I wasn't really comfortable with home and auto insurance, so I went around to local churches talking about life insurance. And then they say, wait a minute, Kevin, you're Allstate. Don't you sell car and home insurance too? Yes, I do. Would you like me to help you with that? Thank you. I would generate leads. Speaking of 15, 20 people, so on and so forth. What I did not have in 2007, I did not have Gamma to create the presentation that's being typed right in front of you. No hands if you're looking at me, about Jared and all that he does. Right now, it's on about page 5 of the presentation. It's talking about term life insurance. So Jared can help you there. Jared can also help you with a little bit of whole life insurance. And who are the people that Jared can give this to you? Kevin, how does this help Jared or anybody else scale and grow their agency? Well, if Jared were to get a list of local funeral homes, local churches, libraries, and ask, can he give a free presentation to give out this information, in short order, Jared would go from being very new to the business to having a ton of leads. Here's the answer, how Jared works with COIs. While this types, I'm still doing the same thing a little bit different 20 years later. The past 2 weekends, I taught AI classes in my local church on how to advance your income with AI. And my intent was purely community, to give back to the community. What I didn't know was the other questions that the attendees would ask me that would lead back to personalized life insurance and other business. Always, when you give, you get back more than you gave away. Anybody on this call that's a former member, current member of BNI, you understand the philosophy, givers gain. The more you give, the more you gain. Why work with Jared? Jared is a dedicated partner. He's licensed, compliant. He's referral friendly. He's Chicago rooted and community focused. How do you know that? Because Jared is here today giving us this presentation. And when he does the presentation, he's going to come across as a nice, young, caring man. And the people, the church, the library, the Chamber of Commerce, wherever Jared speaks to, they are going to want to do business with him. And as it is for Jared, so it is for you. So we're using AI to showcase our HI, artificial intelligence, to showcase our human intelligence. What can clients expect from Jared? Seamless client handoffs. If you refer Jared to help a family with final expense life insurance, Jared is going to take great care of you. How do I know that? He came and he spoke to us, and he really came across like a very nice young man. How are y'all feeling about Gamma so far and at the pace and space that this PowerPoint is being created? Is anybody enjoying Gamma so far? Talk to me in the chat. Don't wait for the game to be over to react. If you think this adds value for you, just put yes in the chat. Talk to me. I think this is an incredibly powerful tool. I've used this personally. A week and a half ago, I spoke at a local real estate office. Now I've been invited back next Friday. I will be speaking to about 100 real estate professionals in a room. And as a result of that presentation, completely created by Gamma, I will have new sources of home insurance, auto insurance, and life insurance leads. Okay? Does this resonate with anybody? Does this use case of being able to have that for a new person, is that powerful? Obviously, if we were doing it real time with Jared, we would add his email, we'd add his phone number. We'd let you know that Jared's available for an introductory meeting. We want to know if you're ready to partner. Let's define the term. Make the first referral. Introduce Jared to a client who needs life insurance guidance. Talk to me, people. I'm not pivoting to the next thing that I'm going to do until I get your reaction to that. Talk to me in the chat. How y'all feel about Gamma? Jared, how you
Someone
feel?
wants you to say what Gamma is again. Just tell them what it is the question.
Gamma AI. It is a AI tool that is specifically geared to generate presentations. Angela loves it. Could we build? Well, Todd, how about if I take your prompt and let's do that for you, okay? So let's go with Todd's live use case, exactly what I'm doing, and let's go with Todd. Todd, what part of Utah are you in? Put it in the chat, Todd, so I can put it there. Todd has been a steady Eddie on the call. He's an advanced user. I want to make this personal for you. St. George, Utah. Now, just so you know, this is not a magic trick. I've never had the pleasure of going to Utah. I've been to Vegas a few times. I've seen the signs that I'm close to Utah, but I've never been. I got a couple of good buddies there, Curtis Osler, and some other really, really good guys that I get to hang out with when I see them at conferences and things of that nature. But I've never had the pleasure of going to St. George, Utah. So this is not a magic trick. This is the real thing in live time, all right? It's acting up and is known to happen sometimes with live tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the tool and come back to it. So I want you all to be prepared just for these hiccups. I'm happy these hiccups are happening because when you use these tools, you are going to come across two things. You're going to come across hiccups, hallucinations, and things that are inaccurate. This is where your HI, your human intelligence, always kicks in. Now, the easy emotional reaction is to say something bad about Gamma. I shall not. I shall remain calm and focused on the task. When you go to Gamma to start, it has a few options. I can generate something new with AI. I can paste in existing text. I can create from a template like I just did with Jared. I can import a file. But for Todd, I'm going to generate it from here. Okay. Please create a real estate presentation for Todd Christensen. Todd, I apologize in advance. I'm going to butcher your last name. Allstate agent based in St. George, Utah. Topic, Todd, this is actually my topic next week. How smart realtors are using AI to grow their business. I'll clean that up. Todd, when you look at it, let's see what it generates. All right, that's quicker than the other one. So before it gives us the PowerPoint, it gives us the outline. So Todd, when you see the outline, before you get into it, you could tweak it from here. I have no reason to disagree with the outline, so I'm just going to say generate. Todd, I think it's about 11:38 or 12:38 in Utah today. What time is it in Utah? Okay, it's still pretty early in the day. This presentation can be ready for you. You have time to get this done this afternoon or maybe next week. Todd, what it's telling me is that the AI revolution is here. Are you ready? It's going from experimental 3 years ago, but 97% of pros are paying attention. By 2025, all the realtors are using it. The only question is the question we're facing today. How quickly can we implement it? The agents who move fast will dominate their market. Todd, you're going to dominate the market because you're going to be the only agent in Utah doing this. So it is for the rest of us. A little history lesson. ChatGPT comes around in 2022. 2024, AI became necessary for realtors. 26 and 27, agentic AI. Another level. Shocking gains. The real estate agents that are using it are boosting their business. 300% more leads, 40% better conversion rate, and the industry efficiency gains, 34 billion with the B. What does AI do specifically for realtors? Precision in property valuation. It's more accurate in telling you what the house is worth. There's a lot of amazing positive things happening in Utah. A lot of the top tech companies in the country are moving to Utah. They're based out of there. New movers are coming to Utah. People are exiting California. They're buying homes, and a lot of things are happening. So here's the before and after story of real estate. Traditional office, heavy paper. Sounds like insurance. Did I get that wrong? To the AI-powered agent. Here's the generational shift. AI is the new normal. Normal, not coming. It's here. Gen Alpha, ages 0 to 14. I have 4 grandchildren, Gen Alpha. Hardwired for AI interaction. Future buyers and sellers won't tolerate AI. They'll expect it for every touch point of a transaction. It's not a trend, a structural shift in the way that we do business. This is the future of consumer interactions. Agents who speak this language now will have a lasting advantage. Smart agents like you, Todd, you're already winning. I saw you put a 3.5 in there. Personalized marketing. AI analyzes client data to craft hyper-targeted marketing campaigns. This is not a countrywide presentation. It is St. George, Utah. It's a little bit different. Personalized marketing with built-in automated follow-up and predictive analytics. Another major feature and benefit with AI. While I'm reading this about real estate, I hope all of you in insurance are processing this personally, saying, what about us? The AI real estate market, explosive growth. Uh-oh, 2.9 billion to 41 billion. Todd, I think your realtors that you speak to are going to be excited to hear about it. And knowing that you are a 3.5, I can see you presenting to a lot of real estate offices in Utah and really getting a competitive advantage. I could see you presenting this to the large companies that are moving there and using the Allstate New Mover Guide. Todd Christensen leading the AI charge in St. George, Utah. Embrace the future, implement AI tools today, and streamline your business. Gain your edge, leverage AI for lead generation, property analysis, smarter client engagement, and the St. George, Utah market. Okay? Partner with Todd. The case is clear. The case is clear. There's nobody else to work with. It's just Todd. Everybody good with that? Todd, come on camera. Talk to me for a second. How you feel about that? Bring Todd up.
Yeah, I liked it. It's something different, a different way to approach it. I'm always trying to do social media training, all that kind of stuff for realtors, mortgage brokers, getting them out of their norm. But, being able to show them how they can build this and how, fast you can get stuff done. You got, I don't know, if I was looking at the groups that I'm in front of, it's probably 50 years and older. So these guys are going to struggle making that shift. So the more I can be a person that's helping them really kind of change the way they've always gone about it is going to change the game for everybody. So, I think it just gives me a whole nother tool to invest in and train on and be more of a resource.
I love it, Todd. And the conversation that Todd is having with me right now. So right in the beginning, when I put in with the red light, green light, I asked everyone, where are you? Are you a beginner? Are you in the middle? Are you level 3? Todd said 3.5. So for all of us, I posted this on my social media this morning. 3 levels right now I want you to think about. Level 1 is learning this for yourself. Level 2 is for your agency. How do you use this to operate your agency more efficiency? But Todd truly is level 3 because he's already processing. I get it, but how can I help my community? How can I make sure my friends, those 50 plus realtors and lenders, don't get left behind? What did he say? I can invest in learning this and take it to the next level. Thank you, Todd. That was a great share. That pretty good for everybody? Eric Moore asked a good question. Every question you ask someone else is thinking about, it gets it where AI gets all of his data from all the available sources that are out there. It's all there. But Eric, let me answer your question a little bit differently. Each AI tool is powered by a different source. Now, I want to make you uncomfortable when I say this. ChatGPT is powered by Bing. How many of you, when you go online to search for a place to have dinner tonight, how many of you are going to go to your Bing app on your phone and ask Bing, what's the best place in St. George, Utah to grab a steak? Go to Google. Google is where Gemini is powered from. That's where we started. Okay. And now, before I go there, we're right on time. We're right on time. We're right at 2:45. Before I go, Tanya, we're going to be 15 minutes before we pivot. I need to talk about Claude. No,
Sure.
I like you talking about VAs first, then I'll talk about Claude. I want to pivot from Claude to Coach from there. So, Michael, I'm going to reorder a little bit. I'm going to steal 15 minutes later because I need to do that. But some of you had questions about virtual assistants, okay? So I'm going to bring up the next person. Tanya Crawford is the COO, Chief Operating Officer of my coaching company. Amongst all the things that she does, one of them is she helps people with virtual assistants. So Tanya, take it from here. Tell them how awesome you are and tell them how you help people with virtual assistants.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for that beautiful introduction. I want to thank Kevin for the opportunity to just share some information with you. I mean, he mentioned that I'm the Chief Operations Officer of his company. And, talk about a shift. My history is nursing. I've been a nurse for almost 4 decades. 38 years. I've been a longtime friend of Kevin's for several decades. We've raised our children in the same space. Now we're raising our grandchildren in the same space. Love him and his wife, went to school with his wife as well. When Kevin offered me this position of Chief Operations Officer, I honestly was confused. I said, wait a minute, this maybe he sent this to the wrong person. I don't know anything at all about AI, so I know he must have typed in the wrong email address when he sent this information. You know, how could he want me to run his coaching company? You think about AI, you know, when you speak of shifting, me moving into this role, it wasn't just a career shift. It was a mind shift. Okay. It was a mindset shift, you know, and I don't need to know everything about every single thing in order to be in this space. As Kevin mentioned, as Ernest mentioned so wonderfully, I manage 8 wonderful virtual assistants who you see on this call. There's not much I do in my day that I don't rely on them for. They are my research assistants. I don't know all the stuff that I have to do. They research a lot of it for me and they help me grow. And we are using artificial intelligence as thought partners. Okay. As Ernest said, they help you with your personal branding, they help you with creating websites, they create those lead magnets and lead generators that you want so people will be drawn to your business, right? Um, they do it through the social media campaigns that Ernest mentioned. They build funnels. Ernest mentioned that beautiful CRM that he has where a lot of all the fun stuff happens, And that Go High Level CRM that we use is awesome. I call it like the mothership of CRMs. And the automated campaigns that we do with the emails and the SMS texting, it keeps you right in the front of people's mind. You know what I mean? Ernest talked about, birthday campaigns, holiday campaigns. He talked about the lead generations where people come in and they click a form to buy, get something free from you, right? It's just information that we're giving. But that's how we get their information. And these all wonderful VAs automate things in the CRM so that you can stay in the forefront of people's mind. When they have a need for insurance or your services, they reach out to you, right? Because they've been nurtured through these campaigns. All right. Also, I mean, the virtual assistants, they give you back the time. The repetitive, redundant things, the simple, well, if this, then that. I mean, you don't need to spend all day doing those types of things. The VAs will help you with that. Um, there's a recipe to the success, right? Those tools are combining the virtual assistant with the AI tools in that CRM. That's where the magic happens. And we don't leave you alone to do that. We keep our hands, we walk lockstep with you, and we help you. As Ernest said, you interview your VA. We get someone that works with you. Jonathan is our lead VA. He goes out after our discovery call and finds the best person for you based on the needs that you told us in the discovery call. He doesn't just grab 4 people. No, based on the conversation that we have with you, when you tell us what your needs are, what things you're looking for the VA to do for you, those are the candidates that Jonathan goes out and finds for you. We set up that interview. You'll get their resumes ahead of time. You'll be able to review them. They'll tell you a little bit about them. They'll show you the systems that they're familiar with. They'll talk to you, show you websites they've created. They'll show you social media posts that they've created, graphics, videos. Like Ernest said, they use these tools. Ernest doesn't want to be in front of the camera all the time. So listen, there are tools like Sora and HeyGen, and you don't want to be a speaker and talk all the time. There's 11 Labs. That's another tool that we use. But we keep you out in front, okay? And that's where you get the business. So we're here to help you with that. Please know there's a lot that we can share with you, but just keep it in the forefront of your mind. You'll be hearing more things from Kevin about virtual assistants. They are amazing. They really are. And yes, as someone said, no, they're not really virtual. They're real people. Yes, they are real, wonderful, amazing, outstanding people who work virtually. but it's like working right next to them because you build relationship with them. So please, continue to listen, learn. You'll hear more about it. And we look forward to being able to help you in that space.
Thank you, Tanya. Absolutely amazing. Great job. Team, if we can, if anyone would like to continue this conversation with Tanya, if you have questions, you'd like to know how you can get a virtual assistant or at least be in a one-on-one conversation with Tanya, have more questions. Team, please put Tanya and Jonathan's booking link in the chat so they can reach out and work with her. Okay. Couple of questions that came up in the chat that I will address. Number one, Diane asked about how do you give them access to your corporate systems? Really simple answer, you don't. Non-compliant can't access, but there are a million things in your business that you're not thinking about today. For example, all of your marketing and lead generation, non-Allstate. If I don't shift your mindset, I've wasted your 2 hours in thinking about AI. There is so much that you must do beyond and within compliance of the corporation to do it. Both things are true. Both things can be true, but I don't want to get lost. And it's not an all-state meeting. We have a very mixed audience here, but any of you with specific questions, please jump into VIP. I'll be happy to answer those one-on-one as opposed to taking everyone's time. Okay, the clapping of the hands is a major shift in what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about the most popular and the most talked about AI tool in the game right now. So let me talk for a second while you scan and download this to your phone. This is my guy, Claude, my main man. I've been hanging out with Claude, nonstop for the past month. Why? Because Claude is beyond who? Claude is moving into the space and maybe already overtaken chat as the most popular AI tool. And I'll tell you why. It started with Claude coming for chat during the Super Bowl. Did anybody see the ad when Claude came for chat? You said, we're going to keep this space free, no ads. Chat decided to take a few ads. Corey's laughing, so maybe Corey saw it. That's where it started. And since then, billions of dollars with a B is being spent competing on AI every day. And AI is changing and getting better every day. Now, chat did not take that beat down quietly. Just yesterday, chat did a major upgrade. ChatGPT 2.0. I have been ready for this presentation for a while, but last night, while my Knicks were losing, sadly, to the Hawks, I couldn't sulk for too long. I had to get back on chat and Claude and learn everything so I can give you a good presentation today. All right, enough of Claude's backstory, but Claude is powered by Anthropic, probably the most powerful one that's out there. Separately, do your research about Anthropic. One more tool I'll just mention verbally, I'm not presenting today, but the next big tool that you'll hear about, I think, in the next couple of months, more popularly is Copilot. Copilot is powered by Microsoft. Microsoft Copilot. Imagine the power that's behind it. Many corporations, including the corporation that I work for, will probably make that their in-house preferred corporate tool. Separate from Allstate, I personally coach executives at Fortune 500 companies that are integrating Copilot into their workflow right now, but not our use case today. Let's talk about my man, Claude, and let's talk about why Claude. So first and foremost, Claude, very similar to Chat, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, all of the research tools, all of the thinking tools that you use for ideation. So some of you that are thinking about it within your corporate space, you're thinking that, well, if I use this in the corporation, I'm going to get in trouble. No, You have your own mind. You can think of any ideas that you want. You can build on anything that you want. Just know where the line is where it doesn't go in. But let's talk about Claude, and let's start where I start with all tools. There's going to be a pattern in my conversations, which is security first. I've coined my own framework of teaching AI. It's my last name, SPAN. Security, S. Safety and security first. I've been here for a long time. Those of you that know me, you know that I sit on the highest councils within the company. So I'm never going to do anything that threatens security and safety. Number 2, P, practical use applications. We don't need general AI knowledge. There's a lot. How can insurance agents use it to grow their business? Number 3, automation. How can we take this information to grow our agency without adding costs such as more staff? N, the first N of my last name, is natural. How do you make using AI natural, and how do you take it to the next level? So let's apply the SPAN framework to Claude. So the first thing I did is I go to my name, I click on the settings, and from settings, I go into privacy. Very similar to Claude, same to chat, different word. It asks the question, do you want to help improve Claude? When you first start using it, it defaults to yes. Allow the use of your chats and coding sessions to train and improve Anthropic AI models. Thank you, but no thank you. I would like to keep what I chat to myself. So turn that off. That is number 1. Number 2, very similar to chat, teach Claude your voice. When I started using Claude, what I did was a little bit too long for this demonstration. I just chatted with Claude, and the conversation that I had was, ask me one question at a time to learn my voice. So team, put that in the prompt, put that in the sidebar, put that in the chat. Ask me one question at a time to get to know my voice. So use that prompt. I won't do it here, and we would drag out our conversation today. So let's move to the sidebar of Claude in the command center. I've talked about security and settings. I've talked about voice. This is where the party really begins. This is the command center of Claude. This is what separates it from everybody. Number 1 is projects. Okay, I'm going to end with projects. I'm going to bypass it. Number 2 is customize. How do you customize Claude and make this really work and be productive for you? You connect your apps when you're comfortable. So these are the apps that I currently have connected for Claude. It has my Google Drive, my Google Calendar, my personal Gmail, not my corporate email. You can't do that yet. Don't do it. Zoom, and it also has an amazing tool called Buy. Buy prospecting is the source of free leads. So one of the reasons that you came is to learn how can you grow your agency. One of the ways is using Claude and Buy prospecting to generate free leads. Everybody's good so far? Claude, connectors, connect things at your comfort level. When I'm teaching one-on-one or in small group settings, as fast as I'm going today, I literally say all the time, slowly is the fastest way to go. When you do it slowly, you'll get comfortable, okay? So let's come back from connectors. This is the massive game changer for Claude. This is what is called skills. Teach Claude your processes, teams, norms, and expertise. This is where you go to create skills. This is where you build employees and agents within your agency that can do certain things. This is an amazing tool that can really help you grow your agency, because literally you can add to your staff without spending a dime. So before I jump into it, let me do a pulse check. Everybody with me. Douglas Robinson asked the question. And Douglas, I'm expanding your question to everything. Yes, Tyler Tuberry's answered it. It's the best $20 a month you will spend on yourself. So you guys are probably wondering, really good question. Doug, thank you for asking. Did I pay for all the tools I use? Yes, because I want maximum value. Yeah. I think of these tools like I think of food. When I was a young man, Eric, I'm going to come back and show you the idea of getting a little fast food from McDonald's, amazing. Today, if I'm going to get a burger, it's not coming from McDonald's. I want the best burger that I can buy. Okay. Todd Christensen also said yes. So let's go back to Claude and let me show you again the skill section, Eric. Claude, let me share it. The skills section comes up in connectors. Okay. The skills section comes up in connectors. Let me go backwards so I can show you. Leave the building, close the sidebar. Okay. Okay. Back to customize Claude. So Eric, I went from the sidebar. I opened it. Once I opened it, I clicked on connectors. This is the icon for skills. Okay. Connector, skills. Skills is the big game changer. Well, let's talk about Claude use cases for insurance agencies. Skills are insane. Let me get away from it and get to a place where I can start. Open the sidebar. Let's just start with a use case. So I bypassed projects for a reason. I wanted to show you an agent I created and show you the skills at work. Now I've got to go really, really slow. I don't want to show you anything live I'm working on. But 2 nights ago, just for this class, I created a skill set that's Kevin Spann's LinkedIn generator. How many of you, from a social media standpoint, are leveraging the power of LinkedIn? LinkedIn is the ultimate B2B tool. Facebook, fun and games. Instagram, real to COIs, real business. Facebook, a lot of business as well. But ultimately, to talk to COIs, to talk to property managers, decision makers, lawyers, you need LinkedIn. So let's check out the LinkedIn generator and what I put in there. You are Kevin Spann's LinkedIn content strategist. Your role is to generate weekly LinkedIn posts that position Kevin as a value-added insurance partner and assurance guide to referral partners in the Queens market, specifically realtors, mortgage brokers, real estate property managers, a few other people, attorneys, and CPAs. Okay? Insurance, why does it use the word assurance here? Because when I built it, I gave it my brand and my brain. One of the things I say repeatedly in teaching it my voice, I sell insurance for a living, but I give assurance that everything will be okay. I give that away for free. So let's do one use case with Claude. Claude, please help me. What do I want to do? Please create a LinkedIn article that talks about the upcoming flood season and prepares my COIs. Include a CTA. Very simple prompt. Now, before I hit the prompt, team, you can copy that. This little doohickey here is called enhanced prompt. This is something that I've added to my workflow. It's free initially to download from Google. However, and today I pay $4 a month for it, a whopping $50 for the year. It's very inconsistent. When I hit this, it might make this prompt better, which will help you. And it might say that I didn't pay for it. So let's check it out. Yeah, it doesn't recognize it. It's inconsistent. So let's run the prompt and see what we have. Diane, when you talk about doing things for with your VA that doesn't include Allstate, right now one of my virtual assistants on the call, Ginger, she's my social media director. She's been posting LinkedIn articles for me the past 2 weeks. It has given us a strategy that's taken our engagement to the next level. It's getting me invitations to speak in real estate offices. It's getting me a solicitation from people that want to partner with me that I would have never otherwise had a chance to engage with. And it's all because we have a LinkedIn strategy and we're not posting generic corporate approved content. It's very strategic what we're doing here. Mark my words, for anyone that picks up this skill and learns how to do this, you will transition and potentially become the top SPL producer in your market. I have the full expectation that I will be one of the best in country just because of this strategy. I'm just launching it now, but 2027, when it goes into overload, it will be hard to duplicate it. So here you go. I'm going to show you 2 things. One, it explains the article. And for those that want to do some things, it says, Kev, there's a few things you want to tweak. The co-branded packet. I framed the specific deliverable, the flood season readiness packet with 4 components. If you already have a version of this and you want me to draft it, I can give it to it. The CTA mechanic, the call to action. There's automation here. Comment flood season or DM me. Works well for LinkedIn reach. Tells me to do it. How will I respond? Kevin, you're running a $15 million agency and a growing coaching company. How will you have time? I won't. Ginger will take care of it. Neighborhood lists. It got intelligence around all the surrounding communities. Add or remove. The length is 700 words. Solid for LinkedIn if I wanted to and go shorter. Do you want me to draft the flood insurance readiness package itself? If I was doing this in real time for something I'm going to apply to my agency, I would. But this is what I want you to love about Claude. When Claude does this, it generates a finished product that's ready. You don't have to change anything. This is post-worthy right now. It's a finished product. Any questions about that, about what Claude does, about how it goes from an idea to a finished article? It references some specific things. Let me enhance it. This is how I talk to Claude, Chat, and every other AI tool. I talk to it like a person. Great start. Please mention Hurricane Ida that hit Queens and surprised people a few years ago. Everyone on the call has a local event that you can reference, okay? That makes your article more powerful. It really says Kevin is not using AI. He's a local guy, and that's very, very important. Does that make sense to everybody? While Claude rewrites it, does the importance of having a local reference. Last week, tornadoes ripped through the center of the country. If I were in the middle of the country, I'd be writing about last week's tornado. If I was somewhere else, I'd have a different talk point. That resonates, that makes sense. Any questions for anybody about that? Okay, so it updated it. It also referenced in Sandy from 2011. It also brought in more of my market that was personally impacted, and it's offering to go further. And from here, I simply download it and it's good to go. This is ready. It doesn't need any tweaking at all. It's ready to be produced. It's ready, not the way it looks like there, but it's ready for Ginger to take it from here. If I wanted to, which I don't want to right now, I could have that go directly to my Google Drive and it could automatically email my partners without any human involvement, not costing anything, not costing me a dime to have this staff. And that's just one of the things I created in Claude. Questions about that? Candy said, so much better than chat. I've asked for PDFs. Yes, the PDF piece of it is insane. Let me show you one more thing. Since you mentioned that, Candy, I want to show you something I created yesterday, and I shared with a number of agents. One of the things many agents don't have is a process to handle insurance after someone passes away. So I created that: ideation in chat, execution in Claude. I asked it to create an SOP by handling a policy after someone passes away. It did it. It created a beautiful document, and I shared it with several agents yesterday, a day or two ago. It looks amazing. It's personally branded for my agency. This is our branded home insurance handling the death of an insured. The document's owned by Tanya, my COO, approved by me, and it gives it prompts. Why do we do it? To make sure when we get that phone call that someone passes away, we do the same thing. I'm not sharing. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. I needed that. I needed that. All right. Here we go. This is the beautiful SOP. Number one, if all the language was bad, it looks good. Branded for my agency. It can be branded for yours. How do you handle when someone passed away? The most sensitive time, step by step. What do we do? It applies to every staff member that gets that phone call. Key definitions. How do we transition this? All of us have these situations. Is the home vacant? What do? We don't want to leave it like that. Everybody's role is defined. 9-step process of how to handle, all neatly typed out. That didn't cost me a dime, and it didn't take any time. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with everybody? Aha. David, what an amazing layup. Yes, you can choose AI to do it. Candy says it's better. Malina, gonna mess up your name. Yes, you can connect Canva. I haven't done it, but it's doable. You can connect it to the apps that you use, so it goes right there and it produces output on an automated basis. Okay. Questions on Claude. Open eyes to other AI apps. Absolutely, James. Most people have become really comfortable with chatting, and they think that because they chat that they've arrived and they're cool. I'm obsessed with helping people understand it's just the beginning and there's so much more to go. Questions about Claude before I pivot? Okay. Let's pivot, and let's get ready to take it to another place. All right, let's make sure I'm sharing before I'm saying. My question for you at this point right now, when you look at all the things you learned about AI today, are you operating the agency or is your agency operating you? Rhetorical question. Think about it for a second. When I started today, I said I wanted to go from if I didn't change your mindset, everything else that I did about the other tools was a waste of your time. Hopefully, I've changed your mindset. And like James said, introduce you to new tools. This is the shift. The mindset shift that you should have with all the time you spent with me today is to go from infrastructure, more infrastructure, and less effort. The most successful agencies don't work harder, they build smarter. Learning about AI today is a chance for you to build your agency forward smarter, not harder. When you think about that question, there's only one answer. Build up your infrastructure, okay? Build up your infrastructure. So with that being said, I want to thank you for all the time you spent with me already, but I want to ask your permission. Do I have your permission to share one more thing before we wrap up? Do I have your permission to share something else? Talk to me in the chat. Are you full? Do you have enough? Or would you like for me to share something? Angela says yes. Yvonne says yes. Julie and Tanya, yes. This is amazing. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. John says bring it on. Okay. Giving me the bright green light. Let me share how we go from what I presented today to the next level and really do a deeper dive into what you all really want to know. Let me introduce to you what I call the model of the AI first agency operating system, created by me, trademarked by me. This is a smarter operating model for modern insurance agents built to scale. The old model that we use, what got us from whatever you started to where you are today, won't take us to where you want to go. And new agents, a whole lot of new agents on the call, those of you that adopt this model, you will become a major threat to local agents that don't. The reigning question that everyone has is, will AI replace you? No. But agents that adopt to AI will replace agents and outperform agents that don't. That's simple, plain blunt. Here's the AI first mindset shift that I hope I accomplished today. I need you to pivot from just hustling to structure, more structure. I need you to go from, yep, I got it, I'm carrying an whole agency in my head, to introducing systems. Less personal effort. Someone on this call, the wonderful Renee Rappin, who I met last night, she told me the night before she was in her agency until 2 o'clock in the morning because she had 130 leads she didn't get back to. Renee, I owe it to you to show you something better, and I'm going to do that now. AI first is a system. It's a system designed to do this. Save yourself time, the most valuable commodity in the world, energy, less mental calories, and money. Time, energy, and money. Everything that I showed you today, many of us on this call can do it manually with a legal pad and a pen. You just can't create the gamma slide that fast. You just can't get the PDF that fast. So when you use AI, you're burning less mental calories. And I don't know about you, but I want to save energy and money. Money is the biggest part of everything. Here's the future-proof formula. It's a combination of these 4 things. None of it works by itself in a vacuum. We led with AI today. And here's my truth. I did not take a leap as soon as I learned about AI. I didn't take a leap until I got virtual assistants from some VAs, virtual assistants with an A. I was learning so many things in 2023. I had invested about 50 grand into my personal development and education. I became AI aware, where many of you are today. You're now aware of many tools. And then I made the mistake that many of you may make today, maybe you won't. I told myself a big lie. I said, Kev, you're going to do all this stuff. And it was easier back then than it is now, as soon as you get around to it. How many of you know I never got around to it? It didn't happen. So at the end of 2023, I called my friend Tanya. I put in the chat. I said, Tanya, I don't know if you know, but I have a coaching company and I'm going to build it out. I have a lot to do, but I need you as the COO because I'm going to start hiring virtual assistants. And with my agency, I don't have time to lead it. Tanya said, what you talking about, Kevin? But we worked through it. And here we are today. Customer relationship management, CRM. Michael mentioned it earlier. Internally, in whatever company you're from, you currently have a CRM. In my world, it's lead manager. In the independent world, it's a few other systems. The Medicare and life insurance, they're all the same internally for that company, but it can't take you from where you are to where you want to go. We talk about the Go High Level CRM. It's a monster. Tomorrow, if you join the call tomorrow, and I hope you do, you're going to hear from a Go High Level expert that's coaching me and my team on how to max the value of Go High Level as we share this service with agents. And lastly, social media. You have to be where the eyeballs are. The eyeballs are not in the mailbox, and none of us like to pick up our phone, especially from strangers. It's not your lead company. It's not your telemarketer. It's not your salesperson. All the eyeballs in the world are on social media. That's where they are. And if you want to scale your agency, this is the formula because it combines all four things. This is the new integration model. AI becomes the brain. It's the intelligent layer that thinks of a lot of things. VA is the executor, the human layer that carries out our ideas. Ernest told you he meets with his VA for 10 minutes in the morning. This is what I'm thinking about. This just happened in something in South Carolina. Let's do this. And then the VA does it. Ernest is a busy man. He's running a large agency. He's a family man. He's a husband, dad, and pop, just like me. He's involved in his church and community. Ernest is not learning HeyGen and creating these videos on his own time. He delegates it very affordably, and he does something else. CRM is the nervous system. It all goes through there, one place all together, and social media is the demand. And there's so many platforms. You have to choose where you're going to play. Facebook only is not enough. It's not. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and others. You choose the best strategy for your area. You need a social media strategy to go from selling one-to-one so your voice gets an amplifier. You get a bullhorn to tell your story. Insurance world, you can learn about AI from anybody, but I have invested blood, sweat, and tears the last several years of my life to identify the 5 systems that control revenue, instability, and how you use it in an insurance agency. The first one is staffing. Can I get an amen if staffing is one of the things that's a burden to you? Probably the most expensive thing. What if you had free staff from AI? Lead generation. Where are you going to come from? What are we going to do now? Marketing, putting your agency message out there. Retention. The secret leak in everybody's agency is leaking out the back door. And how do you build SOPs to onboard clients in such a way that you retain 89 to 90+% of them? AI. Installation. Information inspires. You can take all the information I got today and you can be really motivated and excited about what's possible, or you can actually install the system and transform your agency. GPT, generative, pre-trained transformer. So if you want to transform your agency, the things that I'm going to offer to you shortly, it comes with a 30-day AI first installation plan. Slowly is the fastest way to go. One thing at a time, 1 week at a time. The first thing I do in working with agencies, myself and my coaches, some of which are on this call, we do an audit of your agency to look at your infrastructure. We look at your staff and your lead systems. You can look at it with the tools I'm going to talk about. Marketing and retention, and then automation and integration. Slowly is the fastest way to go. 1 week at a time. I'm not going to bore you and read through it, but you audit your workflow mapping. You can't grow what you haven't mapped out yet. What made McDonald's phenomenal? I hope everybody's seen the McDonald's movie. It was their system. They weren't then and they aren't now the best tasting burger in the world, but they've served more burgers, billions and billions of people because their system's fast. When you do the audit, we identify the automation gaps in your agency. Where is it not working? Is it the person? Are we going to keep hiring and firing people and blaming them? Or are we going to look at the system? The CRM, can you put everything in one place to make it easy? And is it just ChatGPT or do you need a tool stack setup? No judgment, just visibility. Week 2, you look at your revenue engine activation. Stop guessing what people are doing. Measure. AI-assisted hiring, lead qualification, automation, referral engine installation. Had this conversation with my team today. AI referral-driven agency. Week 3, marketing, automation, renewal defense scripts, cross-sell campaigns. You build it all out. Week 4, 4 weeks. Takes a little time. It's not a blue pill or a red pill. You have to automate your agency to make the change slowly, one step at a time, one thing at a time. One thing done well is much better than 10 things done poorly. What does this change? Right now, if any of you are feeling overloaded, you're going to feel more structure. When I'm organized, I feel good. When life is helter-skelter, I don't. When I'm reactive, I'm responding to things I should have been ahead of, I feel bad. When I'm ahead of the game, when my retention tools are out there and people are hearing from me, they're seeing the video that Ernest talked about, they're filling out the risk assessment calculator that I use, telling me what additional insurance needs they have and how I can help, I feel good. When I automate my cross-selling and people are clicking on the Candidate Connect link and they're sending me all their declaration pages, we're in a more informed position to write better business. Everything manual, everything automated, effort versus system. That's what changes. The scale score will change. Wherever you are today, my beginners will go from 1s to 2s. My 2s will go from 2s to 3s. My 3.5s, like Todd, you will go from 3.5 to off the chain. One of the things that you must understand is the cost of doing nothing. What happens when we make one bad hire? We've all lived this. You hire somebody, January 1st, you're excited, you pay them, whatever you pay them a month. 3 months later, they're not performing, you got to replace them. That's the cost. That's low for losing a household. The lifetime value of a client is more. $100,000 for a marketing quarter. We know what this means. So what is AI first? It moves you from being a manual agency that's slow, reactive, based on your hustle and muscle, overloaded, to automated, proactive, based on infrastructure and scalable. Once you get there, you can grow from here. And team, on a real personal basis, this isn't coming. This divide is here. I get 2 kinds of phone calls every week. Kevin, I see what you're doing with AI. How can I work with you? And Kevin, I think I'm done. You know everybody. How can I sell my agency? That's the fork in the road. I get both phone calls. I help both people. It's all about where you are. My recommendation, if you took time out of your day today, I want you to install the system. I want you to walk away with this today. A built for insurance agency operating system, so you can stop grinding and start scaling. The model that got you where you are today, wherever you are, brand new, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, 15, 100 million, doesn't matter. I know agencies at every level. When you start the AI first system, it changes everything. It changes completely how you do business. Kevin, heard everything you said. We paid attention. What is all this going to cost? Well, for those of you that invest in your development, you're going to get the full AI first operating system. What does it include? The AI first infrastructure blueprint. You're going to get the system framework. Save yourself time, energy, and money. You're going to get the future-proof formula and a 5-core operating system of all the areas. The value of that by itself is $19.97. What else? You're going to get a 30-day installation workbook, step by step. We don't just give it to you and say good luck. Step-by-step implementation. So for everything I said fast today, there is a PDF and an SOP and a step-by-step guide how you do it. The automation checklist, the 48-hour agency test, the weekly install schedule, and the KPI tracking sheets. That by itself is worth $9.97. You're also going to get one of the most valuable things in it. So when I was talking today, I saw the feedback. I went a little fast on the prompts. So you're going to get a full prompt vault, staffing prompts, lead generation prompts, marketing prompts, retention and onboarding prompts. You're going to get in this toolkit over 200 insurance agency specific prompts so you know the right questions to ask so you can get started. That's not all. You also get the AI tech stack guide. So here's what's funny. When you get this, you're going to get 10 AI tools. Some of the tools I presented today wasn't in there when I built it. So you're going to get more. Insurance use cases, not general information, not fluff. Things I've tested, proven in my agency and other agencies around the country. Integration maps. How does it all connect? And the automation blueprints. You'll be able to take your time and make sense of it. The staffing toolkit is one of the most powerful things you're going to get. Scorecards, comp structures, hiring templates, AI interview scripts, the onboarding plans. I showed you 30 days, 30, 60, 90. It's all there. The marketing and retention pack, 90-day marketing plan. Where are we going the next 90 days? What's the goal? Goal setting is easy. Strategic planning is hard. What are you going to do exactly? If the first quarter wasn't what you thought it would be, what's the 90-day adjustment you're making to your plan? Cross-sell campaigns spelled out. Renewal defense scripts. Some of the biggest leaks in agents that I coach and that I work with, it's not a new business. They're writing hundreds of policies a month, but their retention is dipped to 83%. That's a problem. Engine templates, the best way to go forward. That's all there. When you put it all together, the AI first operating system, the 30-day install workbook, the prompt vault, the tech guide, the staffing toolkit, and the marketing and retention pack, the total value is well over $5,000 easily over $5,000. But today you have the opportunity to get it for a much better rate. Today, your investment for everything that I talked about here is only $9.97. So for less than $1,000, you're going to walk away with everything I did today, all the prompts, all the tools at a pace where you can work on it, implement it, and put it in your agency. That's simple. Now, the team is probably dropping the link in the chat for those of you that are ready. But some of you may have, I'm sorry, I thought I missed something. So the team is probably dropping that in the chat. That's the total cost. But if I could, I would like to enhance this offer and make it a little bit better for any of you that are still on the fence. And Michael, I don't know. Michael is my online coach. Michael, should I stop there? I have some other stuff I was going to hold out for until tomorrow. Michael, let me ask your opinion before I do this. You're coaching me in this space. Michael, should I put it out there? Should I enhance the offer? Should I make it better now? Should I hold it off until tomorrow?
Sure. This is a surprise for me. If you have something on to throw on, go for it.
All right.
Go for
Michael
it as
is
well.
my coach. If you guys don't know, I didn't introduce Michael. Michael coaches the best people in the country. The way I play the game and stay on the court, I listen to my coach. I have invested in coaching to get where I am. So if my coach says it's okay for me to take the last second shot, Michael, if you put the ball in my hands, I'm going to try to do better than my guy, Jalen Brunson, did last night. Michael, here's the sweetener that I want to put in the coffee. What if I gave you 5 flawed agents, fully built out? 5 clawed agents that you can add to your staff that you can put to work in your agency on Monday. These aren't random agents. These are fully trained agents that I built out with certain skill sets in Claude. They have a name. Jordan is your AI sales coach. What does Jordan do? Jordan handles lead responses, qualification, calendar bookings, prep briefs. This says you met Jordan in the demo. I didn't show him yet. Maybe I'll go back. Casey is your operations manager. When you come into the AI world, Casey will handle your workflow, your task management, your internal communication, and process documentation. Listen, y'all, I've been doing this for 20 years. There's times I've had everything documented, well done on a Google Drive. And there's times where I've been disconnected in my agency where a lot changed and I didn't update everything. Who can relate? Who can relate? Casey is priceless. Allow me to introduce Alex. Alex is the AI recruiter and trainer. She handles job descriptions, candidate screening, onboarding documentation, training content. When you're ready to grow your human team, Alex is the one who finds them and gets them ready. Morgan is the AI client retention specialist. She'll do all the renewal prep, at-risk client identification, review requests, reactivation campaign, and she's the reason clients don't slip out the back door. Let me ask you a question. What is it worth? How much money is it worth to you for a 2-point improvement in your retention? Uh-oh, that's big. Corey is not in agreement. Corey, is that good money for you? Good. Corey think is good. Now, Riley is your AI marketing director. When you come into this space, I've introduced a lot of AI tools to you today, y'all. I know. A lot of social media, a lot of content planning. Riley is the reason that you'll be seen. So these are 5 people. Now, how much would it cost? Talk to me in the chat. How much would it cost if you were to, at the lowest possible hiring level, how much would it cost to hire 1 person, not to mention 5, that can do all these things in your agency? Somebody put it in the chat. Tanya, when you see the numbers, tell me what they're putting. How much would it cost? How much would it cost? Tanya blurted out, I'm not going to leave my prompt screen. You tell me, if somebody tells me what it would cost to hire a human staff that does all this, what would it cost? Anybody, Tanya, any takers? All right. Everybody's silent or I don't see it. Okay. One more thing. Now, we introduced this a month ago for $9.97. A number of agents took it and they love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. Today, I'm adding Claude at no additional cost. None. More value, same premium. This is something I live with. Under promise, over deliver. And the last thing, so those agents that signed up for it a month ago, they're going to get this for free. They'll get it. Also, we met with them, but this time our implementation support will be better. Once a week, 1 hour a week, group coaching to make sure everybody's moving along. We invite you into our AI first community. so you can be accountable, build some friends and people that you can flow with and grow with. At the end of the day, you have a decision to make. You're going to keep it manual, or you're going to join the future and become an AI first agency. The decision is yours. The system is ready. Talk to me in the comments. If you have any questions, talk to me. And will this work inside agentcrm.com? So John, is not designed to work inside of Agent CRM, but the system, Go High Level, which is the CRM we use, it can connect to agentcrm.com. So you don't have to get rid of what you're currently using, your company's proprietary system. Okay. So questions, if you're good with it, go ahead and join the AI first operating system. If you're on the fence, it is Go High Level. Will it work with it? Go High Level. If you're good with it, go ahead and join. It's a GHL skin. Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay. So let me show you one more thing. I'm going to talk for a few more minutes with the voice that I have. Would any of you like to see the Claude agents work so you can see the value? Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to see. Angela's nodding, Corey's nodding. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see the value of how the agent would work. Joe said, let's go. I like that, Joe. I like it with a lot of O's. So let me get there. And let me show you one of the agents at work. Let's show you what these agents look like. Let's bring them in. I'm trying to get you to hire somebody. You never even met them yet. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right. Let's start with retention. Where do you guys want to go? You tell me which agent you want to see. You want to do retention, recruiting, marketing, wherever you want to go, I'll do it. All right. Sales, operations, you tell me where you want to go. All right. I'll go with my instinct. My instinct is to start with my AI client relations specialist, Morgan. Let me show you how she works. Follow. Doug said marketing, somebody else said sales. I didn't see it, so I didn't go there. But let's start with, let me let you see Morgan. This is Morgan, your AI client retention specialist. Write every client communication, renewal letters, rate increase, cross-sell campaigns, win back messages, and referral requests. Okay. And a voice that keeps clients loyal for life. So let's start here. Hey, Morgan, we're going to talk to Morgan like a person. Please build a high touch. I'm not even going to give Morgan a number. High touch renewal contact campaign. So our clients are hearing from us more frequently beyond their billing cycle. Team, I'll give you a second to capture the prompt. Why did I say that? Because if the only time they hear from you is when they get the bill, you don't have a client. You have a transaction, not a relationship. Okay? And I put it in generally as a general prompt because I'm going to enhance it. I didn't give Morgan a number of touches. I just said high touch. Let's see if Morgan is worthy of being hired in your agency. What would she do? What drip campaigns do you have now in your agency, if any, to stay in touch with people beyond the billing cycle? Or do you write them and forget about them and hope and pray they renew? Is that the renewal strategy? Lance, I see the nonverbal. We just write them, we save them money, we hope they stay. That's what we're doing, Lance. That's not it, Lance. We can't do that. That won't work. People expect more out of a relationship. The only reason I've been married for 40 years, my wife expects a certain amount of communication. Lance, she's never put it in. I'm Claude, not Morgan. Happy to build this out for you. I went to the wrong place. Well, go ahead, Claude. Go ahead, Claude. You got it. Go ahead. 90 days. It created a 12-month calendar. It plugs in as a specialized surge overlay 90 days before, 30 days after each client's renewal date, gets elevated contact frequency on top of your standalone cadence, building it as a separate sequence rather than folding into the monthly calendar because renewal dates stagger across the book. And this runs as a triggered workflow, not a calendar-based one. Okay, it's building it out. All right. One thing about Claude that I love is Claude talks to you straight. First time I used Claude, it cursed me out and used ungodly language. I love Lance. It was like that, Lance. I told Claude some of the things I was working on. I uploaded some reference points so it looked. It said, Kev, what the HE double hockey stick are you doing? But what had happened was, Lance, and I don't mind getting the truth. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. What happened was, about a year ago, I told Claude that I wanted to get in this AI space and I really wanted to be AI first. I was doing general coaching. I said, Claude, check out my website. This is what I'm doing. And when Claude went to my first website, it was talking about starting new agents and coaching. It had nothing about AI. I said, Kevin, you tell me you want to be the AI first coach. Your website has nothing to do with it. Stop what you're doing now and get focused on where you really want to be. So thanks to that hard feedback, today we look like an AI first agency. But Claude did grab me by the collar and shake me by the collar. It shook me up a little bit. I got over it. Claude is not for the sensitive. It's not for the sensitive. If you want some real feedback, talk to Claude. Okay? So before I show it to you, Claude flagged some things. So this is a few things. The T+30 cross-sell referral conversation is the piece most agencies skip, and it's arguably where the real compounding happenings. Goodwill peaks right after a smooth renewal. So what does that mean? When you save me money today, we good. You stay in touch with me, we still good. But in a minute, I'm going to forget about you. My life is busy. The rate increase branch starts at T-45. It's the one I deploy first. Make sure you're talking to them before the rate increase gets there. I built the 80-20 rollout order at the bottom for exactly the same reason you structured the main calendar that way. If you want to stagger this, I'll do it. So team, what this is doing before it gives me an opinion, it's talking to me as a human, say, Kev, I did some things, but you might want to give it a double take. So I repeat what I said before. You always look, you always go back and tweak it. So in the interest of time, I will take it as I presented it. And let's take a look at it over here on the right-hand side. Let's close it out. Let's scroll up and see what we have. Step by step with an implementation table that's easily viewable for you to execute. For Morgan to execute and carry it out. It didn't just give you ideas. It actually drafted exactly the emails that it would send out on a regular basis, all done for you. And there it is. It called it the high touch renewal contact at T-90 to T+30 surge sequence, lay it out over the 12-month retention calendar. Y'all feeling this calendar? Okay. I see some nonverbal nods. Okay. The rest of them work equally as good, if not better. Okay. So in the interest of time, I'll come out of this now. Those of you that are in the VIP, congratulations, Corey. I see Corey join. Welcome, Corey. Welcome, Corey. Okay. So I'm going to pivot in 1 second, but I want to do one last prompt. I want to show you guys a prompt that's kind of powerful that I think is worth thinking about it. Okay. This is called a future prompt. How many of you know that AI has a future state where it can look ahead to your decisions a couple of years down the road? Do you guys know that? Let me show you this. before we pivot, if you have any questions, Yvonne said she didn't know. Yeah. So right now, we've congratulated Corey on signing up. Some of you, I hope you're in there. You're signing up as well. Go ahead and get in while you can. But let me share two things with you. You know the cost of joining the program. You know that's exactly $9.97. I think we have some payment options for you as well. Some 2-pay, some 3-pay options. What you don't know is the cost of not signing up. Now, this is not high pressure. I am never have been, never will be a high pressure salesperson. I do believe in giving you all the information, and you can take this prompt for yourself. So here's the prompt: /future. I'm coaching agents live on the summit call. Can you go into a future state and give me a scenario of what will happen with agents that embrace AI first in 2027, 2028, and 2029? What will happen? Very general question. Take that prompt and put it in for your agency. Where does that question come from? So for my All-State family, I was at the Midwest Forum in Chicago maybe a month ago, I don't know. And someone asked the company president, what does our agency look like in a couple of years? He gave a very honest answer that I don't think most of the room processed. He was very honest. He said there will be a lot of agentic AI. What is agentic AI? What I showed you with the 5 agents is the beginning of it. There are higher levels that I won't go into today. And a lot of tasks that are currently done in your agency will be done by AI. What will become of us? We'll be fine. So I did this prompt. I put in my agency size, my premium, my staff, and it told me exactly what it was going to be going. So if you want to do this, go /future, put in the specifics. I'm Corey. This is my agency. I'm X million. I have this much staff. What will happen if I embrace AI first? I'm glad I didn't hit enter. In 2027, 2028, and 2029. Okay, let me give it some context. I'm a $5 million state agency with 3 LSPs. How many LSPs, staff, will I have? And how many agentic agents, AI, will I have? All right, take a picture of the prompt. Team, capture it before I hit enter. You can ask this about your own agency with your specific numbers. Ask the question about where this thing is going. Don't take it from me. Okay? All right. If you're taking a picture, you've copied that prompt. It's going to think through. It goes into a future state based on it knows about what's happening and tell you where we're going. The reverse prompt that you can ask is the opposite. What if I delay embracing AI first and I start next month, 6 months from now, or I get on board in 2027 or 2028 after everything else that I'm thinking about is lined up perfect? It will answer that question as well. Okay, so I won't do that. I just want to let you know that it's capable. There's a lot of other commands out there that I didn't touch upon today, but for today, I wanted to get here. We have more value for you coming up. Next, you're going to hear from a phenomenal person that's been on the call, that's been very, very patient. Okay, by next year, You still have 3 LSPs on paper, but each of them are multiplied. You don't have to get rid of anybody. It's not replacing you. With agentic AI running, voice AI answering calls, AI quoting, and go high level, your book is growing 5 million to 7 million. Not because your team worked harder, but because AI closed the gaps you never had time to touch. The win, you stop losing leads after 5 p.m. You stop losing renewals to Rate Shop. You stop leaving life, umbrella, and motorcycle on the table. At the end of 2028, you have 2 staff and 1 director of AI operations, critical, plus 2 virtual assistants. Same headcounts, new roles. Your LSPs are relationship closers now, not quote typists. You got agentic AI running, and you got a whole bunch of these agents, not just the 5 I'm giving you today. Look at your book. You're growing the agency in your district while the rest are shrinking. The win, you're the CEO, not the operator. Speaking, writing, building income streams inside the agency. So the step toward this revenue growth, and it gets better. It gets better. Okay? The agent who waits until 2028 to get serious is competing against some of you brand new agents on the phone who went AI first in 2026. And that agent already has 3 years of compounding. You don't catch that. You get bought out by that. Uh-oh, I'm a buyer. I've been buying agencies. This is a win moment. What's important now? AI first, starting today, not next quarter. Okay? So with that being said, I want to bring up someone that I'm very happy to have here that's going to share her experience in working with me. Her name is Patricia Lewis. She is phenomenal. I'm happy to have her part of it. So please bring Pat on stage and let Pat tell her own journey working with me and just embracing AI and social media. Hey, Pat, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I was showing my wife your growth on social media last night, and she's blown away by you too. So let me get out of your way and let you do your thing. You talk to the people in your own words, your own way.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just so great being with Kevin and learning so much from him. I thought I was on the ball and I thought I knew everything when I came today, or I thought I knew a lot. But what I have seen today just makes me know that I have a long way to go and so much more to learn. But the good thing about it is, as I learn this, it just increases my productivity and it gets me more money. And that's the bottom line. I have to say, I am a former educator. I taught for a long, long time. I taught adult education and I also taught primary children. I started insurance during the summertime because, we're out during the summer. So I started doing insurance during the summer. And when I retired, I just needed something to do. So I started doing insurance and I moved to Chicago. So I started doing Medicare. And I started doing Medicare because seniors have so many questions. And as I was doing insurance, they were asking me more about Medicare than anything else. And since I am an educator, I like to educate people as to what they are getting and how to choose plans. So I became good at that. So I just expanded my business into Medicare mostly. Also do other supplements, but that's mostly. So I'm 70 plus, so I don't get around like I used to. So I decided that I wanted to go just virtual because COVID came along, and then my ability to walk up and down stairs and things like that sort of impeded me. So I said, well, let me just try this virtual. And it really works. I know that you can go out and you can talk to people, but you are talking one-on-one. But with my virtual experiences, what I can do is talk to more than one person at a time. So that works well for me. What I've learned working with virtual assistants and Go High Level CRM, I sort of jotted this down, was it helps me to understand the importance of structure. And I think Kevin talked about that earlier. Structure. It helps me to understand structure and clarity and consistency in running my business. If there was something that I wasn't, was consistent. So now I am consistent. With Go High Level, the workflow, the pipeline, the funnels and things that you can get to make your business grow is phenomenal. And what I would like to say is for the offer that's being offered at the end of this, that he offered at the end of the program, I did that last year, and so I went through it for a year. You have to take that. You have to take that because it makes your AI learning in one place. And then, just like I'm a Medicare agent, when I sign a person up, I don't just leave them. I sign them up and say, well, that's it. You never see me again. I'm there all the time. I'm there every month. I'm there on the birthdays. I'm there on the anniversaries. I'm there during the ANOC time. Well, Kevin and his group is just like that. For that year, whatever you need, according to what we're talking about, whatever you need, they're there. So I think it is an excellent program, and I'm going to sign up again because what I saw today makes last year look obsolete. So every day is something new. And again, I just want to thank Kevin and Tanya and Jonathan and now Michael. I didn't know him, but for the whole group for just doing this program, because you can make money and you can go far, and then you can give back, and that's what I like too. So with that, I'll close. I know you guys are tired. I know I am. So, but it was a lot of information. So I really appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat. Pat, can I thank you personally? But Pat joined my program last year. Said, Kevin, this is what I want to do. I want to work smart. I don't want to work hard. Said, Kevin, I'm a newlywed and I got to spend some time with my husband. So if you could show me how I can use AI and social media in your future-proof formula, and I can still have time with my husband, this don't consume my life, I'm signing up. Pat joined my VIP. We had that private conversation in the VIP room. She joined. And if you want to see social proof, follow Patricia Lewis, her agency on social media, and you will see the amazing things that she's doing, the level that she's at with herself in the VA. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with us all day and sharing your personal experience. Thank you. Please help me show some love to Pat in the chat. Can I get some heart emojis? Can I get some heart emojis? Can I get some love for Pat in the chat? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for jumping in. Yes, 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 yes. Michael, welcome back, brother. Talk to me.
I love it. Well, listen, y'all, we are near the end of the session today because we do have to hop over into the VIP portion where we will be answering questions for about 30 to 45 minutes for those of you all that need help with the AI and everything you learned today. But I do want to congratulate everybody who moved forward and said yes. I see Joe and Corey, and was it Rupesh? My apologies. I know I'm butchering that. So, but shout out to those of you all that have jumped in and saw the value of getting that 4 weeks of live coaching to take this further. But not only that, but get all the AI tools that you need to go win. And I know there's several others working on it right now as we speak. But I did want to point out a few things because there's some of you all here today. You're asking me some questions. You're asking the team some questions. So I want to make sure that you know exactly what was going down. So when you go to the site, the team's going to drop this in the chat. Let's go. Marcus says, I'm moving forward too. Marcus, let's get you in, brother. Let's get you in. Let's go. So I want to walk you all through exactly what on the site is here and how you take action. So when you land on the site and you click this orange button, you can come here and you can join you see everything that's involved. You can see we have $997 or 2 payments of $597. We even have at checkout, when you click that orange button, we even have an option where you can do 3 payments of $497. So if you really need to stretch this out over time and you're like, hey, I really would like to jump in, but I need help with some cash flow, right? We got you. That's why we have the 2 payments of $597 and that 3 payments of $497. Now, if you want to stretch it out even further, because I know that some of you all may want to stretch it out even further, you may, hey, can I spread it out over 6 months and just pay it off whenever I want? The answer is yes. You can do that through Klarna and Afterpay. So if you choose the 997 option at checkout, if you choose the 997 and you see this little drop down here, you can choose Klarna, which can do 4 interest-free payments, or you can stretch it out over 3 to 18 months, or you can do Afterpay, which is 4 interest-free payments, or you can do up to 12 months. So we have many options. If you really want to get in, try one of these. Afterpay and Klarna, they don't actually hurt your credit score to see if you get approved. It's free to see if you get approved. And that could be the option that helps some of you all get in. We have tons of people every time we run events like this use the buy now, pay later options. And nobody knows you're using buy now, pay later. So don't feel like it's a bad thing that you have to use those. It's not. Shout out to Venice real quick. Congratulations for jumping in. Real quick, let me see if Venice is here. No, she has her camera off. Let me see who jumped in. Joe, are you here? I'm gonna pull up somebody here why you all jumped into the program. If somebody who jumped in, you want to turn on your camera and share like what made you say yes. Joe says, I'm here. Okay, I love it. Joe, if you're able to come speak, I would love to hear in 60 seconds or less, like what made you say, I'm jumping in, I'm taking advantage of this. I see the value in this. Let me see. Oh, I just accidentally turned off your camera. My bad. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good.
I love it. Hey, Joe, I love the background. The mindset is everything. I love
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I was on, I don't know, a few weeks back, Kevin did one of these, I think similar to this, and I got a ton of great info on it, and got another text today and jumped on it and said, yeah, I'm not passing this one up because too much information. Not only was the information different this time, which means that it's growing so fast, there's more sites now to get involved with, and yeah, it's just too it's too important. I can't wait any longer.
Yeah, it's changing so fast, changing so fast. So I love it. Have you had any AI experience before jumping in?
Actually, no. Actually, Kevin really introduced me to the whole concept and stuff. So, obviously came in first with a little bit of ChatGPT, but Claude is something I've been working with over the last, I don't know, I'd say last month. Whisper Flow came up. Just a lot of lovable, man. It's just a lot of good sites to kind of jump in on. So what I am not going to do is just get lost in the whirlwind of AI, but I'm going to have an organized system, which I think is what I'm should expect with this, because Kevin's the man out there. So yeah, I love it. I'm excited.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for trusting us, Joe. We're excited to work with you. I see Marcus says he's ready to go, but he just has a question, what happens after? We do have other programs, Marcus. We have other ways that you can get continued education. Kevin will talk about that at the end of the 4 weeks. If you want to learn about the virtual assistants, if you want to learn about we have so many different ways we can help you. Kevin's amazing at digital marketing. This is the AI. So listen, we have many different routes you can go when you're done. So Renee says, I missed what all comes with it, but very interested in purchasing. I don't want to waste anyone's time. So when will the replays be ready? The replays will be sent out to VIP tonight, Renee, but if you click the link that's in the chat, you can go see everything that's included. But also tomorrow on day 2, because we know some people are going to miss it, we are going to take a small portion tomorrow, not a whole long time, because we do want to educate you tomorrow. But on day 2 tomorrow, we will be talking about it again if you're in the room, okay? So make sure that you will come back for tomorrow as well. So, but listen, y'all, we have so many options available. If you're working on jumping in, just put working on it in the chat so I can salute you and I can shout you out. Just put working on it in the chat. So ahead of time, Kevin and I know that you're going to be in there. Essentially, there's no program out there for agents to learn AI. Renee's working on it. Let's go. Christian's working on it. Let's go. There's no programs out there for agents to master AI. And Kevin said, how about we be one of the first ones to do it? Right? Well, how about we be one of the first ones to do it? Yes, there may be like some little trainings here and there, but not like an in-depth, robust program. John says, I'm joining tonight after surgery. John, praying your surgery goes well. That's pretty big. So, but we got you. Marcus, I'm not sure what your question, you said, I don't know what that is. You put a question mark. Marcus, retype it.
That's a different AI tool, like a 28-day learning program.
Got it. Okay.
Not on our radar to do. But go ahead, Michael, continue.
No, I just was going to say, I see many of y'all, Kamal, Yvonne's working on it. Let's go. So listen, you can, this opportunity, I just want you to be aware. Kevin, did you tell them that we raised the price up to 1997 when we're done?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. Please cover that.
Okay.
Please cover that. Yes.
Because Kevin, he's running a gun and he's got so much to cover. I want to let you know that we will be raising the price on this Monday. Okay. I'm letting you all know. You're like, Michael, why? Because this is so valuable. This is not a large group training, by the way, you all. This is not where you're going to come in and there's 100 people getting mentored by Kevin. This is like 10, 20 people in Zoom at a time. That's valuable when you can come sit down with Kevin in a room that small, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be raising the price just because this is such a small, tight-knit group. And we'll go ahead and do it. Corey, we're going to do an orientation for you guys that jumped in. So we're going to do an orientation for everybody who's jumping in and purchasing, and we'll give you all the access and everything you need. Our team's going to resend you everything that you need. So we got you. We got you for sure. Just give us till this weekend. But with that being said, if you need help, our team has a phone number you could text. So you could text the word agency to 315-633-6116. You could text the word agency to 315-633-6116. All right. And you can text us if you need help. If you need to break it out over multiple different, cards, we can do that as well. But we would love to see you inside the program before the price goes up on Monday. And we would love to coach you and mentor you on AI. All right. Somebody said, can you talk about one more time what's going to be discussed? So let me actually just walk you all through the site one more time because everything is right here on there. So we're going to show you guys. This is what's included in it. AI First Agency Operating System. We're going to give you a framework for building and running an AI First insurance agency. So we're going to walk you all through how to set up systems and processes with AI, because right now you're probably doing things manual. You're probably doing things outdated. We're going to show you how to update and show you 5 core operating systems you can infuse with AI, right? And so from there, we're also going to be showing you, on top of that, how to optimize your staffing and revenue with AI. We're going to be talking about marketing with AI and retaining clients with AI, winning back clients with AI. We're going to be doing the live calls. You're going to get the Claude agents. It's going to be very, very powerful. So everything is here. If you need more support, text us so we can answer some more in-depth questions for you. But I want you to go through here and just read everything that it comes with. Okay? So there was one question I missed, and my apologies. If you're an agent and not an agency. So Angela is asking, will this work for me if I don't own the agency, but I'm an agent for somebody else? The answer is yes. Kevin can speak to that, right? That's probably majority of the people we work with, right, Kevin? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah. That is a great question. You make yourself invaluable. So remember the prompt I just gave to Claude about the future. Guess what will be the #1 thing that insurance agents are hiring for next year? A licensed sales agent that can integrate AI into their agency. If you come to any of these insurance agents on this call with a license to sell, and you can help integrate AI into their agency, you are a unicorn. You are a unicorn. So I would want to become that unicorn to be able to do that. Absolutely. It's a great question. Great question.
This is what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and close this out. We're going to see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. for our training, day number 2. Make sure you're there. Invite your friends, anybody in your ecosystem that would benefit from this. We are going to now hop over to the VIP only session. If you're here and you're like, hey, I can't do the AI First agency operating system that we're presenting right now, and you at least just want to do VIP, you can still get the VIP. So the team is going to drop the link in the chat. If you want to come into Q&A for the next 30 to 45 minutes, we're going to pop over into a separate Zoom. VIP members who purchased, we're going to send you a separate Zoom link right now, okay? We're going to go over into this separate room. We're going to have a separate conversation, okay? So we'll see you all in VIP in just a few minutes. If you haven't upgraded to VIP and you want to do so, you can do so now. It's only $49. But then we'll see you in the next call. So you'll get a text and email in just a few minutes. Thank you guys. We'll see you very soon. Thanks for being here for day number 1. We will see you tomorrow for day 2. Don't miss out. It's going to be crazy valuable, y'all. Crazy valuable. See you soon.
Recording stop.